Here you go. Alright, let's play some games, man.
I don't see
We've been in here
it.
for 26 minutes doing nothing.
Hey, there it is.
We're live.
I think we finally figured it out. That is now the big question is if this computer doesn't die before the end of the stream, that will be great. We're streaming it on that 2010 MacBook Pro that I haven't made a video of yet.
You should see the chat right there.
Yeah, you gotta just scroll down. Well, you know, see it there too. But yeah, so.
Alright.
What is this?
It's your channel, man. I'm just here.
Yeah, this is the 1,000th subscriber live stream special. It's a little later than when I originally wanted to let it go on the air, but.
No, I think that's the party.
You see, this is what happens when you do things at the last minute. But
I didn't mean to. I'm listening.
Well, who are you talking to?
I was talking to them, but I was listening to you. I can't join your game. Fuck me, guys. I'm sorry.
Well, there goes my PG rating, Storm.
I'm sorry. I just demonetized your video.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, this is Wormimo, by the way. His real name's Storm. I think he told you that in the previous video.
Hi.
But yeah, kids, I'm sorry about that bad language.
Fuck.
You're really trying to get me kicked off of YouTube, aren't you?
Yup.
Rob says, what's good? Doing good, man. He's in a weather group I'm a part of, or tech group, I think.
Oh, somebody joined. What's good?
Yeah. Duplicated audio sources. Uh-oh, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. Hold on a second. Let me see. Might be in getting double audio sources, people are saying.
Oh, you got the video.
Oh. So how do I turn that
Do you
off?
click on it? No, click on the video. Oh, wait, no.
Wait, what are we doing here? Hold on a second.
The audio is probably coming straight from the video capture device. I don't think you had to put the audio input. Or you have to mute one of these. So I don't know which one is going to be.
It might be this one, right?
I think so.
Oh, hold on here.
Well, mute.
Okay, does that sound any better? I don't know.
Mute that one too. Okay. Now,
Well, hold on. I think it would be. Wouldn't it be audio input? No, I think it's this one.
Yeah, because this would.
Yeah,
be
audio
what's coming
input
from
capture.
your thing,
Yeah, that's
so we
coming
should have it
from
fixed now.
audio hijack.
Yeah, it should
Yeah.
be fixed now.
So yeah, I think that was my boo-boo
What?
because I don't know what I'm doing, and that's embarrassing.
It's Mixer. I don't care.
Stop the Germans from putting their tanks through the front line. A is advancing. Stop it. A is on the move.
Nobody seems to be saying anything.
I hope they didn't leave. We
I
have
don't
one
know.
watching.
Whoever that might be. I don't know.
Talk about that bounce rate. Jesus.
B is advancing.
Oh, fuck.
B is always across the front line. Advancing. Take out his escort. B's retreating. Keep firing.
they're getting B. GG, guys.
And I don't even know what that means.
Good game.
Okay.
It's said sarcastically a lot.
Well, you see, I'm not a gamer, so I don't know a lot of those things.
I guess I could check it on my phone.
Yeah, we always have that option.
C is advancing. Take out its escort.
Ooh, question.
Yeah, we always have that option.
It's working now.
Okay.
It's all good.
All right. What do you think about the iPhone 10? Is it worth it? I haven't seen it yet, but from what I have read, just by reading the reviews, I haven't seen it yet because I haven't been out to my Apple store yet. But I don't really like the notch. I think it looks ugly. And Apple changed a lot of the basic functions of how you use the phone. So, like a lot of the gestures and stuff that you could use on like iPhone 7 and iPhone 8, they don't work on iPhone 10. So you have to relearn how to use the phone. But I guess people have said that once you get used, once you look at the screen, you don't really notice the notch that much. But I think it's ugly. But
Can I give my
And
anti-Apple viewpoint?
and I think it's overpriced too, because I don't think. But also, Samsung has a phone that's almost $1,000. So I don't think anybody should be spending $1,000 on a phone. I think that's just excessive. And you were going to say something?
My anti-Apple view, if I'm allowed to inject that into the conversation.
Oh, what the hey? Go ahead.
Okay, so I think fucking Apple's way behind. I think they're good at making things that are already existent better. I will say that, but facial recognition has been around for years.
I don't think Apple claimed they were the
Fingerprints
first
were
to do
around
it.
well before any phone started using them.
And I still don't think Apple took claim for being the first.
They make it seem like it.
That's why it's called good marketing.
It's not good marketing. It's called being a fucking overconfident dickhead. That's my honest opinion about it.
You can't keep it PG, can you?
No, why not? Why would I?
Well, think about the children who watch my channel.
What children?
Well, those kids
What's your
interested in tech,
demographic?
too.
26?
I don't know. I don't really check that. But no, to get back to your point, iPhone 10, is it worth it? No, not personally. I don't think any phone that costs us $1,000 is worth it. I just don't see the point.
C is almost crossed the front line.
But, I guess if you want like the latest and the greatest, insert your smart comment there. Then you could go for iPhone 10.
Yes!
But,
Way to turn that game around. Sorry.
yeah, he's too busy over here. He's playing whatever this
Well,
is.
I feel like I would get really annoying if I'm not preoccupied doing something.
That's why you need the Golden Girls.
Plus, I'm promoting my channel. I'm playing video games.
That's true. Yes, that's true. That is all very true.
We're engaging in a surprise attack to break through enemy forces. So we must move quickly, or the enemy will destroy the last two bridges and trap our forces.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Jay. You're low.
Front line towards the breach.
You're not gonna catch up, dude. I took a couple days to sleep. I'm back, bro.
Yeah, he's sleep deprived.
Lame.
C is advancing.
So am I.
I'm not sleep deprived no more.
I always am.
C is falling back.
Well, it's true though.
B is moving forward. Defending.
So again, all questions are good questions. So ask me.
A is advancing. Protect it.
Well, I can say one thing for that 2010 MacBook because I'm using that to do this live stream. It hasn't broken yet,
A is on the
and so that's always good. Because I wasn't entirely sure how live streaming on this thing was going to work. I haven't actually made that video yet. I wanted to get it out this week, but I always put things off until the last minute, so hopefully this weekend I will get that video done and I'll get it uploaded. Well, I got to get it shot, then edited, then uploaded, obviously. But so once I get that done,
I totally robbed a kill from somebody. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you.
Oh, that's okay. But yeah, so because I wasn't entirely sure how well it would stream, even though it's got 8 gigs of RAM, and I also put my SSD in here from my MacBook Pro. I swapped it out for a new hard drive. Insert your comment here, but so it hasn't died yet, so I guess that's something. Although this is not in HD, I don't think, because the 2010 MacBooks didn't have the HD FaceTime camera on them. They had the iSight, so they're only 480p, but I don't think HD video would work very well on this, given the age of the machine. Another thing, I have a Mac Mini late 2007. I don't know what's going on. When I turn it on, it says it stays on the Apple logo loading. What do you think it can be? Sometimes it can be a software-related issue. If you have like a copy of Mac OS, it depends on like if you're running a copy that came from the App Store, like Lion, Mountain Lion, or any of the other subsequent versions, or you had like a actual Mac OS install DVD, you could put it in and see if that boots. But more than likely, when it starts doing that, that's generally a sign of a bad hard drive. So you may need a new drive. Or the other thing it could be is it could be a software issue where some of the files may have got corrupted. So doing a fresh install of Mac OS could possibly fix it. But it's generally either your bad hard drive, or it could be a bad SATA cable to the drive itself. So, but that generally means that you can't find a boot source. So it's either something to do with a corrupted Mac OS, or your whole hard drive could be dying. What cellular phone do you currently use? I don't use one.
Yeah. I have an LG Stylo 2. Comes with a stylus. Very good phone.
Here we go again.
Doesn't have a long lifespan. It runs Android operating system. I'd say my phone lasted me, before the battery started going real bad, I'd say it lasted me 6 months, 7 months, before it started, like, the battery got real bad.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
I guess, but anyway, what cellular phone do I currently use? I don't really use one. I just have a cheap little touchpad cell phone that I use, and I only use it for one thing: texting. That's all I use it for. I would like to get a new smartphone one of these days. Rob says he just got the Google Pixel 2 XL. I've seen a couple people get the Google Pixel.
Dude, my mom has that phone. It's fucking cool.
So,
I want one.
All right. I'll get you one for Christmas.
How about you get me a Samsung Galaxy Note 8 first?
Well...
Note 7 preferably. I enjoy explosions.
Yeah.
I can use it in my game.
That's true. What are your thoughts on the OS X redesign in 2014? I personally despise the new cartoonish look of the operating system. For this reason alone, I use OS X Mavericks on my 2013 iMac to this day. The Mac OS redesign was obviously coming, because obviously, a year before they had redesigned iOS into iOS 7 into its current look. And Apple always tries to keep iOS and macOS looking similar while being, two completely different platforms. And so the whole redesign of macOS was coming. And I quite embrace it. I mean, quite frankly, the Mac's UI got a little stale because it really hadn't changed. The biggest change to its UI was when they released Leopard and they introduced that 3D dock and stuff. But that was like the first major...
Can I interject?
What?
Suck it! Okay, continue. We almost lost. I'm sorry.
Do you see what I have to go through?
That was real cool. Oh,
Yeah.
also, if you guys want to Also, check out some gaming while you're watching this stream. I am live with a couple of my other friends on mixer.com/ladadida. LADADEDA. Shameless plug.
Yeah. But anyway.
Raining fire.
But anyway, back to your original question.
Sorry, I'll stop interrupting.
No, it's okay. I mean, I quite like the look. As I said, the UI was getting a little stale, so it kind of needed to be refreshed. And I'm glad that they still made it look and operate like Mac OS while still, looking a little bit different. Have you seen the Razer phone? No, I haven't, Rob. I have not.
Look it up right now. You have a laptop.
I don't think I've seen anybody with it around here. Like if I've seen it in person, no. I think I seen something on the tweeter that they were going to be doing that. Yeah, that's what Rob said. Look it up. So. Oh, yeah. I knew Razer was going to be doing a smartphone. Did you know that?
I didn't, but I used to have the original Razer flip phone.
Not that Razer.
I had one of those, dude.
Not that.
They're re-releasing one.
Not that
as a
Razer.
smartphone,
Not
though.
that Razer.
Did you hear about that?
Not that Razer.
I know. Why?
We're talking about Razer, the gaming computer company.
Oh, I look like a fucking moron right now. My apologies.
Your mind is in 30 different directions here.
It is.
But the Razer video
I'm busy
game
killing
company.
Nazis. Or no, I am the Nazis.
So yeah, I knew they were going to be doing a smartphone. I had seen some pictures on it, but I haven't seen anybody with it around here yet. Some even say it's the purest Android experience, even to the Pixel. Yeah, I'd probably agree with that though. I'm not a hater of Android. It's just, I just hate how the cell carriers and all the manufacturers do something to the UI or something to make it less intuitive. I would rather have a stock Android device. So if I were to ever buy an Android phone or something, then I would be looking for those ones that run full stock Android. And I think the Pixel does or doesn't. I know that, I think it would because the Pixel's a Google product.
What does the stock thing mean?
Stock Android.
What does that mean?
Like how Android is developed without any of that bloatware garbage that the cell providers.
I believe the Pixel allows you to delete it. It's there.
Well, no, that's not what I mean. Do you mean where do you know what I'm getting at?
Like the My Verizon apps and stuff that come on.
No, I'm talking about the Samsung's TouchWiz user interface that they put over Android. That's a customization that Samsung has done.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's not the way Android is developed.
This.
No, I think it's some LG skinned version of Android, or it could be root, but I'm not sure. But generally, a full stock Android is like Android without the bloatware. It's like Mac OS before you start loading it up with apps. Clean stock image without any of that other junk. But if I were to get an Android device, that's what I would be getting, would be run that ran full stock Android. Because I don't like all those customizations that the cell carriers and them do.
Can I get Pokemon Go on the Google Pixel too?
I would assume.
Then I want that phone. Because I like Pokemon Go, but I never play it anymore because my fucking phone is stupid, slow, boring.
Yeah, he says that the Google Pixel 2 it's fast and it has none of that BS bloatware. So that's good.
Word. I'm surprised it doesn't have all those Verizon apps built into it because, it's exclusive to Verizon. They probably paid a pretty penny for AT&T not to have the Google Pixel.
That's true.
And they say all their phones are able to be unlocked now due to FCC regulations, but it's such a pain in the ass to unlock phones, it's not even worth it.
No,
nobody else is watching it. There's actually people watching Dakota's stream.
And we thank you. Even though after this live stream, we're going to be losing our PG
Jay.
rating.
You know how soundproof that room is, Jay. Dude, tear open the walls. Maybe there's money insulating it.
Then I want some of that.
If you find it, you got to give me some, and then I'll give you some.
Okay, I like it. Just enough so that way I can throw, I don't know, $5-6 grand on a new iMac Pro when it comes out.
That's fair. Going to the right with my PPSA, or with my WAFA 28. To the right, to the right, to the right, to the right. Build up that ladder, take over B.
Have you ever thought about doing that in tune?
Doing what?
What you just said?
What did I say?
Like, you know, putting it to music and making it into like a song?
What did I say?
To the left, to the left, to the right, or whatever you were doing.
To the left, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the right, to the right.
Well, you know.
To the right, to the right. Now kick, now kick, now kick, now kick. Now walk it by yourself. Now walk it by yourself.
Well, you claim to that be, you know, you used to be in a band, right?
I did for like a year.
So.
Year or two.
You know, so you should be, you know, good at writing songs and doing everything in tune.
Too bad I sucked, apparently. Didn't take off.
When are you guys going to key out that blue screen
No.
at WNY?
What?
What are you talking about? Are you talking about, like, the blue background behind the anchor desk?
Wait, that he watches our news show?
Yeah.
That's fucking cool. I do the tech.
Yeah. Rob, actually, I think we met on our tech group that we're a part of on Facebook, I think.
Oh, I took the bunker.
And
Ooh.
we kind of have a weather interest, too, and stuff. And I was telling him that, you know, I got the job there and everything. But if you're talking about that blue stuff behind the anchor desk, the wall's painted blue. So, yeah, behind the anchor desk. Yeah, that wall is painted.
I actually had an idea to put there. Of what we could put on the wall so it doesn't look so bland.
So what were you going to put up there?
We could put clocks with names under them. All the same clock with, like, tags of, like, New York and, like, Dallas and, like, major cities. And put them on the wall.
So you want to turn it into, like, a newsroom?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Make it look like a newsroom backdrop.
That'd be cool. Don't you think?
I don't know.
Fuck.
Yeah, so, the wall's actually painted blue. Wasn't that wall just white or something?
It was white,
and then you had,
we
like,
had
a black sheet behind it?
Yeah,
and
it didn't reach all the way down, so there was, like, a little white corner in every camera shot, and it really pissed me off.
So that's why the wall went blue, ladies and gentlemen. The wall's painted that way, so the blue wall is probably not going to go away until we repaint the wall. Rob says that's where we met. I think that was on the tech group. Just ordered a Razer Firefly on Monday, and it is going to be delivered on Friday. I'm very excited. I also bought the brand new Razer... I have no idea how you pronounce that. Chroma, and it was delivered last week. Major hype. That's embarrassing that I don't know how to pronounce tech names sometimes. Krynosa. Well, you're a gamer, so you would know a lot of those technical terms that they use.
Not really. I don't, like, get into, like, all that kind of shit, honestly. I just like playing games.
Well,
I have a bum-ass controller with a fucking stupid skin on the front of it. Like, I don't got nothing fancy.
Well, the skin looks beautiful. It brightens up your day.
What'd you say, Jay?
I've seen...
I don't hear
it
no more.
I'd be an asset to your team, but I'm not moving to WNY. Yeah, you told me that before. You just got to deal with the snow, Rob. The cold and the snow. We got snow coming this weekend with a possible lake effect system. So, have you busted out your shovel?
No. I don't have a shovel. Actually, I think I do somewhere.
You don't have a shovel?
I think I got a little green one from, I was at a warehouse that was being sold, and they were getting rid of a bunch of shit that was just stored in the warehouse, so we went through and bought a bunch of shit. Like, that's where that table came from.
Would you like to give people a tour of your home?
Casey got a bed from them. Some lady fell off of the balcony and broke her neck there, like, the day before we went. I wasn't supposed to say anything about that, but yeah, it was bad.
So did you just break an NDA?
Huh?
Did you just break an NDA?
No, it was just he asked me not to say anything to the news.
Oh, okay. I thought you were under like some NDA or something.
No, he just didn't want me to say anything to the news because he didn't want a story, because like he had to do a lot of shit that I won't mention, like not bad stuff, but like stuff
okay.
He didn't want to like have to be on the news or anything.
I see. What got you into meteorology? Jonathan wants to know. It was actually a cloud-to-ground lightning strike. When I first encountered my first cloud-to-ground lightning strike, I don't remember how old I was. I don't think I was that old. But probably, I don't know, maybe 9 or 10, maybe, when I encountered my first cloud-to-ground lightning strike in real life. Now, obviously, it scared me half to death, but, you know, and I was actually afraid of thunderstorms. Prior to then, and you know, because I couldn't sleep during a thunderstorm, and it just kept me up. I was afraid of them, but you have to be afraid of something. When you're afraid of something, you get into an interest with it. That's how it works. But yeah, so that cloud to ground lightning strike, it encouraged me to want to know more, and so I started taking an interest in science, and I've always been kind of a science geek, and I did fairly well in science classes when I was in school. But, and then we had the 2005 hurricane season, which was one of the most active hurricane seasons on record, recently anyway. And, of course, that was the year we had Rita, Wilma, and Katrina. And and I was glued to the television, watching all the coverage on the Weather Channel, because obviously, you know, you had to be a real, you know, weather junkie to sit and watch the Weather Channel like 24 hours a day, which is pretty much almost what I did. Come home and watch the Weather Channel. But so all that coverage, you know, it got me interested in it.
I'm sorry. That was a crucial matter in the game, and I needed to communicate with my team.
I am terribly sorry for his language, ladies and gentlemen.
What? Did you not like damn it?
No, you said you just killed yourself.
Yeah, I did. I was sitting next to the bomb.
Oh.
And now we just blew up the A artillery gun, and now we're going over to the B artillery gun to blow that shit up, because this game's fucking awesome.
Oh dear. I don't know sometimes. But
I think so too. Although Black Ops holds a special place in my heart.
Anyway, but yeah, so I remember watching all that coverage on the Weather Channel and everything, and that got me even more interested. And then we had the 2011. Ooh, I just hit the mic. But
that probably felt good in those guys' earphones.
I'm sorry. See, this is what happens when you talk with your hands. Your hands go flying all over the place.
Stop being so Italian.
I'm sorry. I can't.
How
help
Italians talk.
Be quiet.
You get it?
I don't know. Just stop.
Ugh. I'm sorry. I'm ruining your live stream.
Well, no. I mean, this is good entertainment. I mean, everybody's getting a laugh.
I just got set on fire.
So, anyway, continuing on in this overly long story, yeah. So I was watching all that coverage, and then we had the and then we had the massive tornado outbreak in 2011, which was comparable to the 1974 super outbreak. And I remember watching all the coverage on that, and I was just, you know, wondering, why did this happen? How does this happen? And so I want to say probably from around 2005 to 2011, I just kind of did it more, you know, I was more into weather as more of like an outsider, so to speak.
He's sitting right behind the wall.
But after the tornado outbreak of 2011, that's when I really started taking a huge interest in meteorology, and I wanted to know, you know, why did this happen? How does this stuff happen? And so I bought some shit, should I even dare say the word?
Snow.
Climate! I'm sorry. Yeah, climate books. And I also bought a bunch of meteorology books. And I learned how to read the computer models and everything, even though I have no degree in meteorology, which I really don't know if I really want a degree in meteorology. It's a lot of work. And you see, that's why I don't classify myself as a meteorologist, just as a forecaster. I'm one who knows how to forecast the weather. There's a bunch of other people who are like that. There's a lot of broadcast meteorologists who are just with like weather anchors. They, they don't have an actual degree in meteorology, and there's some that are out there, which is perfectly legal. So probably after the 2011 tornado outbreak, that's when I really started taking a huge interest in weather. And when I started to learn how to forecast and read the models and build forecasts, so that was really, I think, what got me into it. Aiden, several minutes ago, is going to bed. Yeah, because it is. Yeah, he has to get up at school for 7 o'clock in the morning. So I never got to say goodbye to Aiden while he was in here because I was too busy flapping my big fat mouth.
Good job, Jay.
I don't know enough to shut up. So that's the problem. Jonathan says, I first got into meteorology in 1995 when Hurricane Erin formed seemingly overnight. I too was glued to the Weather Channel, but this is when they showed absolutely nothing but weather. Agreed. I don't like the Weather Channel now. It's more, sort of, it's more like MTV style, not like actual MTV style, but you know what I mean.
Oh shit! Somebody's gotta
they're
get
not.
in and grab B just once. Come on, no, come on. One, no, damn it! Plant. Last chance, please. Yes, get in and defend. To the left. Sorry, it got really intense, dude. We're about.
I am watching right along with him up here, and
come with the last second plant, please.
He's up there.
Yes, damn it!
But the Weather Channel's more. I don't know. They're not really into weather a whole lot. Obviously they still do the weather, obviously, but it's more like, I don't want to say MTV based because it's not that bad, but it's that style of programming where it's not all the same. And the Weather Channel's days ended, I think, when they were bought out by NBC, because I think I think even before the buyout by NBC, there was some changes going on. But I know that a lot of people blame a lot of the Weather Channel's problems after the NBC buyout, so. See, I just saw a picture of you with Theodore Long on your Instagram. If you're following, thank you very much. How old are you, and are you still watching wrestling? I am 23. No, 20.
How old are you?
I'm 23, I think. I'm 23. I don't watch wrestling as passionate as I used to, but, I still watch it every now and then. What?
Casey was questioning your age too, or as to why you didn't know your own age.
Okay, but anyway, I'm not into wrestling a huge, not as sort of big time as it used to be, but I still turn it on like every Monday. I maybe watch it for, I don't know, maybe an hour and a half. Because it seems like all the good stuff happens up front, mostly, until you get to, like, the main event. And then, that's sort of like your, big match of the night. But, so I don't watch it as big as I used to. I still watch all the pay-per-views, though. I do have the network. So I get it all on my Roku, and I stream it all on the TV in the living room. So that's pretty much... with that. So no, I mean, I still watch wrestling occasionally. I think every week I pretty much turn it on, like every Monday and Tuesday, but I don't like sit there and watch the whole thing. Actually, I never watched Raw whole because as a kid, because I obviously had a bedtime back when I was a little kid, obviously going to school. So
you just get
but I would generally stay up until like 10 o'clock anyway. I think my bedtime was supposed to be like 9:30, but I would stay up until 10 just to watch that extra half hour of Raw. But yeah, I mean, I'm not into it a whole lot anymore, and I think a lot of it is because the storylines aren't very good. You know, a lot of the matches now, they're getting very predictable. I mean, you know, you can see what's going to go on, you know, from one week to another. I mean, obviously all the rumors that, you know, obviously come out now, but you know, it's just gotten more predictable as to where the storyline is going to go. So that's my big problem I have with pro wrestling at the moment, is it's getting a little bit too predictable. You know, I would still like, I mean, you know, I guess there are still some storylines that are still pretty good, but a lot of it's you know, a lot of it's just gotten too predictable for my taste. Obviously it's not real. It's all, you know, scripted and everything, but you know, you know, a good storyline I think makes a good show. And of course sometimes you have to get mad at the storyline sometimes too, you know. You know, when people do things on your favorite wrestlers, and, you know, it's funny. We all know it's fake, but we still complain over that kind of stuff. It's very interesting.
Protect the bunkers.
How do I do that?
What?
You said protect the bunkers.
You kill the people around the bunkers. There's a guy coming into the behind the B.
Oh, I thought we were going to lay like a tarp or something over it. Protect the bunkers.
No, this is a bunker. I am being shot at by Americans right now, and it's not cool.
Well,
they're storming our beaches of Normandy, and I am trying to defend it for the Third Reich. It's a video game, so I'm allowed to say that.
Well, we'll see. Carla says, I'm 26 and I watch wrestling, and I've watched wrestling since 1999-2000, and I think internet is killing wrestling. Do you mean because of all the like leaks that come out? Not leaks, but like the rumors that come out every week? Or do you mean like social media? As into like everybody tweeting about it. But I think you probably mean like all the spoilers that come out obviously before the events. And then people obviously read that. And yeah, the spoilers, yeah. I would probably go on that limb and say you're probably right. You know, because, you know, there's all these wrestling sites, because I see them sometimes coming up on my Facebook feed, and I don't even like those pages, but they come up, I think, as a sponsored ad or something. It's a sponsored content, and I think it's tailored by based what you watch or post or however that works.
They're coming to be
and
inside.
But, I mean, you can pretty much go online and look at all those sites and pretty much see what's going to happen before it does happen. Sometimes, and also I think that's probably also kind of related to why the storylines haven't been that very good either, is obviously because I said it was getting, you know, too predictable, but now since we got all the spoilers and stuff coming out, we you know, we know what's going to happen. I guess we could say the same thing for Apple too, because, you know, when or tech in general, where we get all the leaks prior to what the device is going to be like and all that stuff, and, you know, we're so hyped up for the event, and then it's exactly the same thing we seen on the internet like 2 months ago. We're like, But that's kind of where you know, kind of wish we didn't, you know, have those spoiler sites. We could still have the surprise in there. So, but so I guess I could relate it to that as well. But yeah, I mean, I think probably the spoilers have done a pretty good job of kind of, you know, making wrestling not very entertaining anymore. Plus, I don't think the writers have came up with anything good either. So just the whole storylines have been not very good.
Be good. GG. We win.
Do we win a year's supply of cheesecake?
No, we have pleased the Fury.
I would rather have the cheesecake.
But we pleased the Fury.
But I don't know what that is.
I feel like your audience hates me.
I don't know. Do you hate him? I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, we gotta wait like 3 minutes for the lag to kick in.
Yeah. Of course, naturally. That's how it always works.
I'm so hungry.
Well,
I'm trying to think of what I got to eat.
has Storm ever anchored on the news? Yes, he has.
I have.
Yeah,
I
you
did
just
for a
popped
couple of
in there.
months, and then they kicked me off because I wouldn't cut my hair. So like,
Yeah, he had a mop of hair.
yeah, I still do. It's grown back. I shaved it and did a whole thing on it on the news segment. I was like, yo, stop it. Because it was nonstop every day. People harassing me about my hair.
Well, I thought you had a good-looking fro there.
Thanks.
It was better than Colin Kaepernick's.
Dude, I wish I could. Oh, it's only 15 seconds.
Yeah, but I think you meant it sarcastically, though. Or did you not?
What? What'd you say?
Well, you said that there was a, stream, the lag on the stream was like 3 minutes.
Yeah,
I think you meant it sarcastically.
I did, but like, I'm glad that he actually pointed out how long it was because I was curious.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think. Yeah, Barbara says I think that's the first ever one I watched was with Storm. Yeah, because Storm was actually the one who brought me in there.
You're welcome.
What?
You're welcome.
Who are you talking to me? Oh, yeah. Storm kind of, he messaged me, and said if I wanted to do this because they were looking for somebody to do the weather. And I didn't live in my hometown anymore. I had moved away. And I only lived like, I don't know, an hour and a half northward in the big city. But anyways, so, and he asked me if I wanted to do it. And I'm like, no, not really. Because obviously, as you probably know, Rob, I, share a lot of that weather stuff, on Facebook and stuff. And, and I just said, no, I don't really want to do it.
I forced him to do it.
Yeah. Well, I guess they came back multiple times trying to get me to, come up with something that I could do. Because I guess part of the original deal was for me to move back here and then do it like in a chroma key or something, along those lines.
I was gonna move you into my house, but then my girlfriend just decided we didn't have enough space, which was kind of true. It's not a knock on my girlfriend. I love her to death, and I'm glad she pointed that out because you literally would have been living in a corner of a living room that was really gross.
Well, you only wanted me there to vacuum. That's what you told me.
That was gonna be your rent.
Well, I guess I do all the vacuuming.
I have a nice vacuum I don't use. Do you want to display that to your audience? My shark?
No.
Why? It's Techie's world. We got to do something.
Well, this isn't... If you want a free vacuum cleaner, channel plug, if you're a weirdo like me and have an interest in vacuum cleaners, iBaziak. He's located actually in the UK. He does UK vacuums, but he's probably the best YouTuber when it comes to vacuum-related content. But, yeah, so back to the original point. Yeah, so, they came back multiple times, and ultimately what happened was I seen how much it would mean to this guy over here. yeah. And so I seen how much it would mean to him if I did it, so that's why I agreed. And when I first started, I was just sending the graphics and the audio, and this one was editing it, right?
Well, kinda. I mean, everything was already set. I just put two things together in the editing software and hit render. It wasn't. I wasn't actually editing. He was actually editing. That's a word.
So that's how it did, and then they put it in the newscast, and then I ultimately had to move back to my hometown, not by choice. Now, don't get me wrong. I love being close to this guy again, but don't get me wrong there. But I think everybody kind of wants to move away from their hometown every once in a while. But so I came back, and I had to take a break, obviously, when all that started. So I asked if I could come back, and that's how it is. So I am back doing that.
And it went from Skyline weather forecast to First Defense weather
Yeah.
forecast.
So that used to be our old weather branding, was Skyline Weather. And then when I came back on, we rebranded it as First Defense Weather, and we got all new graphics and everything. So, and it looks a lot better because it's actually up on the key wall, and I'm standing in front of a giant green wall. So that's why you'll never see me in a green shirt. At work, because I can't, because it'll key it.
That'd be funny.
Yeah. Well, actually, I wanted to do that for Halloween, but
You
Justin,
should have, dude.
Yeah, but Justin had that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
I feel like if you would have told him you wanted to be a chroma key, then he probably
I told him that, and he said sure, and that was a couple of weeks prior to that.
Then you should have just done it.
Well, hey, it was a new experience for me.
Dressing as a woman? Did you like dressing in drag? I have a gay friend you can hang out with.
2 minutes until enemy reinforcements arrive.
Oh, boy. What's the live software you guys use? Are you talking about at work? I don't know if we're supposed to reveal that.
Ooh, I don't know. I mean, I don't care, but
Yeah, but
I really don't want you to be in trouble.
yeah. Let's just say it's I don't know.
I don't know. People message us on Facebook about it, and where Justin gets upset and says he doesn't want us to say
Yeah.
it. So
It's the same way with our weather equipment. I'm really not supposed to tell you our weather vendor and how I make the graphics and stuff. I'm really not supposed to tell you that. Well, we do. We get data from a weather vendor.
Drop incoming.
You see, this guy hangs out in the tech room too much, and he never comes into the studio to see what I'm doing in there. Well, no, that's true. He does.
I bullshit with you in the morning.
We will have to do it in the private interwebs. Yes.
Head to the dark web. We
Because
will discuss it over black email.
Yeah. But, yeah.
Fuck.
So I can't really kind of divulge what kind of software we use. I mean, I'm not even... I'm really not even supposed to tell you how I do my weather graphics. So, it's all under secretive. But, you know... Is it a bad place to work for? You worked there longer than me.
I like it. I mean, it's a little ghetto, honestly, because, you know, I mean, it's a startup. They aren't fully. They are good, but they are not CNN. You know, we still have a lot of tech issues and things that we need to take care of, but it's not a horrible place to work. I've worked at worse, and I mean, I get to do basically whatever the fuck I want to as long as I show up. So. I can't really complain about that either.
I mean, you know, I like working there. You know, I've said for years that I never wanted to do this as a career, or a job, but I never knew it could be this fun kind of doing it professionally and getting paid to do it. We bring in the big bucks, don't we?
You'll do it.
Yeah, we bring in the big bucks. Uh-oh. I think Rob is criticizing your audio work on today's show.
What does it mean? What does he mean off?
I don't know. Do you mean...
Because a lot of people say that, and I want to know what they mean.
Do you mean like all of our mics were off? Because I know mine was on.
Like off as in you couldn't hear it, or off as in it was not in sync?
Because I don't think I've watched today's show yet. I don't think I've seen it. I don't watch the show while I'm actually doing the show. I'm too busy up on the green wall. Like the audio was ahead of the video, so out of sync.
Not in sync. Okay, that is not our fault. That is a problem with Facebook's video messenger. Facebook is not good at telling you that there's something wrong with their program. I'll give you an example in a minute, but yeah, that is not on our end. That is Facebook's problem, and it just does honestly just seem to work on do it to our live streams, but I have seen it done to other ones. It just, for whatever reason, is not getting a good enough connection, and Facebook is horrible at streaming. That's why I would prefer to do it on YouTube, but not enough people would watch it if we did it on YouTube. And we'd get in a lot more trouble sponsor-wise.
Oh, yeah.
But no, it's nothing we can fix.
So you heard it from Mr. Director Man. Well, he's back there all the time, so he should obviously know what goes on back there.
Generally all the problems that happen.
Because you're the one who has to fix them.
Like today, I totally fucked up the title.
Well, that's an easy mistake to make.
I'm on the tank right now.
So... No, I mean, sometimes we get complaints on the Facebook live stream about audio. So is it legal to broadcast Facebook Live with ads? Yes, I believe so.
Yes, it is. Facebook does not like it, but it is allowed. Basically, Facebook revokes our access to do what's known as like boost post, which it just, it's like placing an ad on Facebook.
You
It's
have to
like
pay for it, right?
Yeah, they're super cheap, like super fucking cheap. But we don't do it because it doesn't reach our demographic. It just reaches people from around the Jamestown area, but that aren't really, they don't watch it past that one video that they scroll past, so it's not really worth it. Because we can't artificially inflate it for, sponsors' sake, and that's how they make their money, so...
Yeah, because I think when Facebook first started the live streaming platform, I don't think you could. And then I think it started.
Well, no, you could never. Like, it's always been a policy of theirs that you can't roll ads, but the only thing they revoke if you do is your boost post thing.
I didn't know that. I learned something new.
Yep, and it would never be illegal. It could be against their terms, their policy, and they could kick us off, but it would never be illegal. As long as we're tendering it and registering it through like the proper business shit.
Mm-hmm. You see, but the other thing is, I don't think we're regulated by the FCC because we work in a totally different manner.
We are still regulated by FCC, but we are regulated differently than TV. I thought there was a runoff. That was stupid.
Then you should have built one.
No, like a runoff clock.
Oh.
Again, another selfless shame plug. If you would like to watch me stream Call of Duty World War II, go to mixer.com/ladadida, LADADEDA. He will type it into the description now.
Why don't you type it? Because I can't remember.
Because I'm playing.
Well...
I'll tell you to it. Mixer.com.
I should probably do the www first.
/LADADEDA.
And then that's it.
Yeah. Defend the command post. And we'll drink some beer after.
That's $127.95 for the plug.
Okay, PewDiePie. It's 1,000, not 1,000,000. Ooh, I just saved that door by shooting through it. Oh my god.
By the way, where did you come up with that name, by the way?
LADADEDA?
Yeah.
Okay. It's my... I prefer Wormimo because that's my YouTube name. But LADADEDA is my Xbox gamer tag. So that's why the stream says LADADEDA, because I stream from my Xbox. But anyway, when I got my 360 as a kid, it said to make a username. And I was going to auto-generate one, but I couldn't find the auto-generate button. And I didn't want a stupid name. So I had a song by Rihanna stuck in my head, awkwardly. That was Disturbia.
It couldn't have been Shania Twain.
Like bum bum be dum bum bum be dum bum. But I was singing it la da dee da la da. So I just put the first part in, and that's how my name became my name.
Interesting.
Casey, I thought I told you that story.
You learn something new every day. That's right, Rob. You know what I didn't do? I didn't promote this on social media.
You go do that, man. More people will watch. Justin will watch. Justin will come watch.
I think I've got it.
What we're saying about work.
Well, I think it tweets it out when you go live, right? It sends it out on Twitter.
It should.
But I never put it on my Facebook account.
Does, but
I just remembered that I didn't do that.
Everything's gonna lag.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
It's a 2010 MacBook here. It only goes so far. Oh, wait a minute. Anyway, that's not it.
There's a guy in the left room, and they have the door blown off. We gotta get it.
Oh, I gotta do this. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do that.
Did you bring your little tablet?
Yeah, it's in my laptop bag. It's sitting next to you.
Un momento. Crucial. 1 minute.
It's a crucial moment.
We've got 1 minute to defend this command post, so we can please the Fury.
1 minute left.
Fury.
Dude, I have so much knowledge. Oh, so much knowledge, I think is what you meant there. So much knowledge and not an outlet to use it. Sad times. I'm
You have a
assuming
YouTube, dude. YouTube is for everybody. I
think he might be talking about weather, right, Rob?
you can
Or
do
something
weather
along
on
like that.
YouTube. Holy fuck.
Or you talking about like how like I have knowledge and I'm putting it in like an outlet, say the media. I think that might be what you're talking about.
You just gotta make your own. Just make your own thing. That's what my dad has always told me. I gotta remember exactly what he said.
Oh, in broadcasting. Okay.
Yeah, so you just make your own. Like my dad always told me, like, fuck. He told me a story. I'm trying to think. Oh yeah, his friend didn't like
Live productions.
Yeah, his friend didn't.
Yeah.
My dad had a friend who didn't like the way the music scene was run. He didn't think that it was fair the way publishers were doing, and he couldn't get a record deal. So what this dude did is he made his own fucking record company, and now he's like, I don't know what record company he owns, but he just owns a decently famous record company, and he's booked people like AC/DC, Van Halen, Def Leppard. He just fucking made a new one because he didn't like what he saw. So
Building a bridge.
take it by the arse and make your own.
Airdrop incoming.
And if that was offensive, I deeply apologize.
It wasn't meant to be offensive. It's supposed to be inspirational.
The enemy is building a bridge.
Well, I was listening to that, and it sounded like you got a little aggravated there.
I wasn't trying to be aggravated. I was trying to be aggressive, so you know.
Bring it down,
follow
Tiger.
your dreams, bro. Do it. I mean, look at WNY News now. I mean, fuck. If I could explain,
Bridge.
like, how we have grown, it's crazy.
The enemy bridge is half built.
But obviously there's people who hate us.
The enemy is building that bridge.
What?
Well, there's people who hate us.
Yeah, but that's because Jamestown is full of scumbags. And they don't like that we report on the fact that they're scumbags. They like the Post-Journal that likes to sugarcoat fucking everything.
Wow.
Because the world is giddy and there's nothing wrong with Jamestown because that attitude has worked for us so much.
Well, hey, it's worked for Teresi for how many years he's...
Yeah, that's because I don't know who the fuck's voting for him, but...
Well, nobody's
Oh
ran
yeah, he's running
against him.
opposed, that's why.
Yeah, nobody's
Well,
ran
nobody wants
against
to
him.
take on the shithole. Why do you think I'm moving to Dallas, dude?
Have you actually officially broke that to your YouTube people yet?
I haven't yet.
Well, there you go. There's your first sign of it. So there you go.
Yeah, I'll release something on... I have a plan.
So yeah, when he leaves, I'm going to be friendless.
I'm sorry. You can make new friends. You got Justin. Hang out with Justin.
2 minutes until our
What am I going to do?
Hang out with Justin. Dude, trust me. Become friends with them. His parents have parties all the time, and his mom cooks some bomb-ass food. Like, when I was in my band, I played on his show before WNY News now. The Justin Show or whatever it was. Or Tween Action News. Something like that. I don't fucking know. But, that's what I played on. And then afterward, they had, like, a fucking party, and I got, like, free hamburgers and shit. It was really good.
Defend the ammunition supply. If it's destroyed, use the ammo for our flank.
I'm done. I don't think you understand. I'm moving across the country. I'm done.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
I am done with this fucking town.
You
I'm
know, I said the same thing when I moved away from here 3.5 years ago, and take a look at where it ended me back.
Also, if you want to do live sports broadcasts, just like get permissions from the schools and take out Facebook Live and just fucking do that, man.
No, and I don't mean this to be an insult to you, but I have noticed that when people move away, they do move back in a few years. That seems to be a trend around here.
Correct, but I'm not moving back. The thing is, I'm not just moving to move. I have family down there. Like, my dad lives down there. And I haven't seen my dad in, like, 12 years. I see him once in 12 years. That's not a bad thing, either. I mean, like, we worked through some shit. But... oh my god! That was the greatest kill of all time.
But yeah, my dream someday is to move to Florida. I don't know why, I've never been there. Have you actually been to Dallas yet?
What?
Have you actually ever been to Dallas?
Nope. I'm blindly moving to a city I've never seen.
Just on Street View.
No. I haven't even looked on Street View. I have seen nothing. I've seen nothing of Dallas. Nothing. I am literally just. That's why I'm kind of freaking out a little bit, because I'm literally just gonna get in a car in February and drive my ass halfway across the country to Texas to live with my dad. I'm a little terrified.
Well.
Shut up, Jay. No, I won't. I'm not coming back.
Which part of Florida? I don't know. Any part that I could get a job. But
right, but I want to succeed in the big town. I don't want to settle for.
But
town,
anyway, I don't know which part of Florida. I don't know. Any part I could get a job, maybe. I have Tampa on my mind, and I really don't know why. But I don't know. Tampa, St. Pete. Anywhere around there, but I guess any place that will give me a job, even if I move to the Keys, if I can find a good enough job, depending on whatever I want to do.
Damn it, I totally killed that dude in time.
Rob says he can tell that you're going to move back.
I'm not going to move back. Why do you think I'm going to move back, man? My dad works for Microsoft tech support, and there's no reason why I couldn't get a job doing the same thing.
And you wonder why he hates Apple, too.
60 grand a year. He has a good job. I mean, his apartment costs like $2 grand a month.
Well, is that... Are you getting, like,
1 bedroom and a loft.
No, I mean... Okay, so it has a loft, so it's a lot more fancier than I was thinking it was going to be.
Oh, it's a real nice apartment, but it's expensive.
Yeah, well... Yeah, but I was going to say, like, in bigger cities, the rent is so much more money, and it doesn't look like... You know what I mean? Like, if you move out to, like, L.A. or something, if you rent a house for, I don't know... $1,500, $2,000 out in LA, in like some parts of LA, like Hollywood and stuff. Mm-hmm. That $1,500, $2,000 rent a month house doesn't look that much different than maybe a $350 house in our neck of the woods, or maybe $400, $450, somewhere around there. Like they're really low end places.
I genuinely aspire to one day be a millionaire.
Well, I think that's all of our dreams.
No, I mean, I'm dead serious. At some point in my life, I plan to be over the $1 million mark. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I have no idea, but I will get there.
Then you need to go to college for meteorology.
No, I don't. I don't need to go to college. I can do it on my own.
Listen. Understand how to forecast. Knock Tom Skilling's off his throne at Channel 9 in Chicago, and you will become the highest paid broadcast meteorologist in the country. But yeah, Tom Skillings is often it's rumored that he has the highest paid contract in all of broadcast meteorology. His salary is, I think, over $1 million a year.
Release your tax release or whatever. Release your taxes.
We're not talking about Trump here.
We're gonna figure out how much he makes. Release your taxes.
It's something like $1 million, I think. I think his contract's valued over.
Dude, I wonder how much Donald Trump literally just has in his bank account. Like if
I
you
don't
were
know.
to go to keybank.com or whatever bank he uses and check his bank account, how much money he would actually have.
Why would he use Key Bank? That's local.
KeyBank isn't local.
Oh, that's
They're
right.
national.
It's M&T. That's local.
Yeah.
I was thinking of that.
Well, M&T's not really local either. M&T is
Well, they're regional.
Jamestown Savings Bank was local, and they run through M&T. But M&T is a national bank.
Okay. I just kind of assumed that it was kind of like a local thing around here. Something along those lines.
No, like the federal credit unions are the local banks.
Okay. I still use Bank of America, even though that there is no Bank of America branch here.
I have Community Bank. They're a local one, I believe. Or semi-local. They're not like everywhere.
Yeah, because well, I'll tell you, I moved to Buffalo. I think some of you already knew that. And so when I moved to Buffalo, because I think we had Community Bank, I think, before we moved up there. And there's one in Orchard Park, if you're familiar with the Buffalo area. Orchard Park is an eastern suburb of the city. That's actually where the airport is. It's in Cheektowaga. And so that's the thing there. So, but yeah, the bank. It was out in no, not Cheektowaga. It was Orchard Park. Not Cheektowaga. It was Orchard Park. And so there's one in Orchard Park. That's actually where the Bill Stadium is in Orchard Park. And so that's where the branch was. And we lived, I don't know,
Damn it.
maybe about 20, 25 minutes away. And that was the only branch up there. So we just decided to go with Bank of America because there was a branch down the street from our old house. Literally just down our street and then onto the main road. So that's why we went with Bank of America, and I haven't switched mine. I mean, even though that we don't have a Bank of America branch here, I still use it because I don't like switching banks. It's a pain in the rear end. Getting everything set back up again. So I'll probably use Bank of I don't really need to draw out money very often because I don't really carry cash on me. Who does? Honestly.
What'd you say? I'm sorry. Are you talking about Bank of America? We got 40 seconds left in the tank's like right next to the base, so I gotta like focus for a minute.
Anywho, yeah, I mean it's a pain getting things switched over when you get a new bank account. So I decided to keep Bank of America, even though I don't really use money that often. I just use my credit card, or I mostly just buy stuff online now. So obviously I use like PayPal or something. Because most sites support PayPal, so that works good for me. Don't have to enter anything. Yo, Dakota, what's good? I am doing fine. I see you just tuned in.
So time to
Hello.
plug my channel again, mixer.com/ladadida. It's in your chat below. Please go ahead and join to see me also play some video games while you listen to us talk on this broadcast. Thank you.
Do you know, you just sounded like, somebody at like a PA at a store. But, yeah, he always gets... Actually, they're not free plugs. I'm actually charging him $175.50 per plug.
Alright, well, you're probably never going to get paid.
But I thought you just said you were going to get a job out in Microsoft and you were going to become a millionaire.
So, it doesn't mean I want to pay people. You can't become a millionaire if you're paying everybody.
Well... That'd be you. When I have a job, I will always carry cash. My card will only be used for large-scale transactions or online shopping.
Say. That's what y'all say. And then you get a credit card and you're just like, fuck yeah, I got $300 to blow.
Well, I think a lot of people are going to be mostly using, like, Apple Pay,
Yes.
Android Pay, and things like that. I think more people are going to be using the NFC-based paying systems.
Once I
more
get a nice
frequently.
phone, I'm going to do all that. I'm going to make my whole home autonomous, everything.
You see, now there's my biggest issue. It's privacy.
I don't give a fuck.
And getting hacked into.
I don't give a fuck. Who cares? Who cares? What do you have to hide?
Well, I like privacy just as much as the next person, but...
See, I don't care. Fuck it. What are you going to see? Me talk about stupid shit on my phone? Like, I'm not important. I don't have anything to hide.
You see, but that's my biggest, you see, that's like my, biggest problem I have with all those smart devices is the fact that, you know, there's like a camera on you 24/7 and a mic that's recording every syllable that utter from your mouth every hour of every day.
I'm gonna go get some food. I'll be right back, guys. Oh,
You
I'm
do
not
that.
streaming anymore. What the fuck?
You broke it.
Sometimes it just cuts out. I don't know why.
I really wish the Bandai Pimpin wasn't such a horrible video game console.
What is it?
That was Apple's video game console they released in the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that wasn't such a piece of crap, I don't know. I don't think that probably would have... I mean, if that was a successful product, I don't think it would have lasted when Steve Jobs came back. I think he probably would have X'd it. But I don't know. I mean, I think it would be interesting to see an Apple gaming console, at least one that's at least somewhat successful. What?
If Apple had a game console, do you understand how much competition I would love to see instead of Sony? I fucking hate Sony. I wish it would be Apple versus Microsoft when it comes to fucking gaming systems, because that would be a war.
Okay. What? But anyway, if you did not hear that, he basically said that he can't, that if Apple created a video game console, he would love to see the competition that would flare against that, because he hates Sony and all that stuff, and there's like literally no competition, or maybe something like that. But I think it would be interesting to see, Apple have their own video game console.
Hey, Dakota,
Yes.
do you need milk?
No.
Like, could you drink a gallon of milk? Your family drink a gallon of milk in, like, what's the date today?
I don't know.
16th. Could you drink a gallon of milk in 2 days?
I don't need one.
Could you, though? Because, like, this expires the 18th, and I don't need it, and I don't want to throw it away.
Well, I don't need it either.
Ask your dad. I'm sure he'll want it. I'm giving you free stuff. Take it.
But why take something I don't need?
Because I'm going to throw it away, but you guys would probably finish it. Somebody's watching.
You see, I don't believe in the whole, buying or whatever, that whole thing.
Hello.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Mm-hmm.
I know
What?
my cereals.
We're
Trust
going to
me.
bed. Lame ass. That's alright. I kind of wanted to play something else anyway. See ya.
Do you know what you need to get?
See ya, bro. What?
You need to get the steering wheel, the racing set.
They don't have those anymore.
Oh, but you can still get it on eBay, right?
Right, you can get them for like PlayStation 2 if you bought it on PlayStation 2, but PlayStation 2 just went up in price.
But yeah, I mean, you should get one of those like steering wheels and stuff, and then that way you can pretend you're Dale Jr. or...
Okay, my stream is for mature audiences only. I am playing South Park.
Oh, God.
The Stick of Truth.
Well, it's 1 o'clock, so I don't think any kids would be watching. And we have somebody
Sweetie.
who just...
Can you actually see her?
Oh, I don't know. Let me move the page up. I have the page down to look at the stream, the chats. Yeah, probably, because she's right there. Let me switch the desktop. Yeah, she's back there.
Woo!
You can partially see her back there. Yeah, every time I come over here, because I'm at his house doing this, the main reason is because I don't have a whole house anymore, and so I don't want to disturb the people next door. So
My people yell anyway. So.
so I didn't want to disturb those people, and so...
And I put the soundproofer up. The yoga mat.
Oh. But, so that's why I'm over here instead of in the normal Techies World studio. It's because I didn't want to disturb our neighbors. And then plus, I don't have a video game system anyway, so he wouldn't keep himself occupied.
I would be annoying the shit out of you.
Well, you never do that.
Yo, but seriously though, like, throw on my stream, put it on mute, come back to YouTube and watch our YouTube video while you got the game side by side so you can kind of see both ways. Just don't listen to the audio on mine because then it's going to sound weird. Because, like, we were going to do it straight from OBS. We were going to stream my game to Mixer and then use Mixer's feed to put it on YouTube, but it was just blowing his computer up.
2010 MacBook, ladies and gentlemen. I'm actually surprised it's been handling this stream without any problems. I thought it was going to...
yellow, so it's probably a little laggy.
I mean, but still, you know, I was surprised it actually did this. I didn't think it was actually going to be able to do it all that well. Now, obviously, since it's not HD, I think that's probably why it's helping it out, too. This poor little 2010 MacBook, it's just pushing it to the limits, but it still works. So that's, I guess that's any good sentiment.
I hope they can't hear my crunching.
I don't know, probably. I don't know.
I'm sorry, these are really crunchy. I was really hungry.
Why are they using a chroma key wall for their floor?
They're not.
It's chroma key green.
So? It's carpet.
My point.
It's supposed to be poorly animated.
What?
Token. Do a top one.
I don't get it.
Okay, you need to get what we have at work. I don't know what they're called.
Oh,
but
I was
you
getting
need
ready to
those.
answer that.
What?
I was getting ready to answer that, but go ahead.
Oh, I would. That's all I had to say.
Oh,
The ones
but
we have at work, I don't know what they're called.
no, I mean I use all LED bulbs. That's what I use. They're all LED, and then I also have the overhead light has 2 sockets. So actually, there's 2 LED bulbs in there. And then I also have a floor lamp that has 5 adjustable necks on it. And so I moved that to where I need the light. So that helps me out a lot and makes the videos look a lot brighter. I mean, my lighting is not perfect. I know my lighting's off and it sucks, but that's pretty much the best I can do with the budget I get.
Lighting is expensive, dude.
Huh?
Lighting is expensive.
Oh, yeah. Do you know what might improve the color on the chroma key wall, speaking of which?
What?
Do they sell LED halogen flash bulbs, which is what I'm assuming that's in those light fixtures above the wall?
You could just put a normal light bulb in there.
Okay, so they still fit normal light bulbs?
Yeah.
I wonder if getting like 5000K lumens LED bulbs, which is a lot brighter and more natural, makes you wonder if that'll improve some of the lighting.
Will it
issue.
take long for them to power up?
No, LEDs instant on.
Those ones aren't. Those are LEDs. I have to wait a little bit to get brighter in here.
I don't think that's the way LED bulbs
Dude,
work.
I'm telling you. I have all LED light bulbs. I bought LED light bulbs for my whole apartment.
Mm.
Well, my last apartment, and I took all the light bulbs from my last apartment and brought them here.
Well, that's what I did
because they
too.
were still working.
But I don't. But
I bought these light bulbs in February.
no, I mean the ones I have, they're Curtis Mathis LED bulbs. There's a place I got them from. I think it's 1000bulbs.com. It's either 1000s or 10,000s, but I think it's 1000bulbs.com. And they're only like $2 and something a bulb. And they're very good bulbs. They're 5000K, which is natural daylight, and they're all still working. They haven't blown out, and they seem to work pretty well. I don't see the fascination of why people are buying these LED bulbs that cost $30, $40, $50. I don't
Because they connect to Alexa.
Yeah, but I don't. Again, I don't want some hacker hacking into my, Echo or something and telling turn the lights on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off. Lead them on, lead them off.
That'd be funny. I'd do that.
I just need normal
Let's
lighting.
put it this way. I'd rather have that happen to me than somebody fucking dox me and have, like, police show up at my door.
I don't even know what that means.
You never heard of swatting, dude?
Yeah, but what did you say before that?
Doxing. It's when somebody gets your information and releases it to the public, which is how the swatting happens.
Oh. Do you see how much I don't know?
Watch drama more often.
Yeah.
You learn a lot about YouTube that way. I'm sure there's a lot of bullshit in there too, but
it shows.
Dude, I love YouTube.
Huh?
I love YouTube.
Oh. So you don't think YouTube is dying? We're going to say this even though we're broadcasting it on YouTube.
I think it's in a rock. I think it's in a rocky place right now, but I think it will be okay.
So you don't think Google is intentionally killing YouTube because they're still jelly that Google Video...
How much money Google
Don't
makes?
interrupt. You are still... So you don't think that Google is still jealous that Google Video flopped while YouTube reigned supreme?
No. Companies fail and then...
That's why Google bought YouTube. That's why. Because they knew Google Video was a failure. So they said, well, let's take out the competition.
They didn't take out the competition. They just bought it because they're fucking smart.
When you buy it, you take out the competition.
They saw the potential in online video and just couldn't rise to the challenge, so they bought their challenge. There's nothing wrong with that. Businesses do it all the time.
I still think it's wrong. But that's... But anyway. Yeah, No, I mean, I've said for years that I think Google is still jealous that Google Video didn't overtake YouTube and YouTube kicked its butt. But,
That's because YouTube's a better concept.
Well...
It's like Ray Kroc taking over McDonald's. He didn't just take their idea and do another one because nobody would go to Croc's. McDonald's had that name, that spot. YouTube has that name, Google Video. That sounds fucking stupid.
Well, Google Plus works. Well,
The only app anybody uses through Google, Gmail. And you know why?
I don't even
because
use
it's
the
a
Gmail
fun
app.
name.
I don't even use the Gmail account.
I love Gmail.
I much prefer my iCloud mail, personally.
I hate Apple fucking mail. Dude, there was this Fairpoint. Fairpoint Communications is a internet provider in Westfield.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a special email that a bunch of old people have, and we'd be selling all these iPhones to all these old people. Do you know how long it took us to figure out how to connect to Fairpoint? Androids just put in the email, the password, it does everything automatically. You have to manually set up everything advanced for the...
Well, that's the way iOS
iPhone.
works.
It's stupid.
Well. This comes from one who actually owned an iPhone for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So at least when he gives Apple bashing, he has a little bit of credibility because he's used Apple devices in the past, but...
I like the iPhone. I just think they're way behind. There's nothing wrong with the iPhone, but you can only use an iPhone for like a year before you're like, okay, I need a new one because the operating system doesn't support this phone. It supports the new phone that they overvamped so that they could drive people out of their old phone because they want people to upgrade. And they want people to upgrade so bad they're willing to compromise the status of their phone to make it happen.
All right.
Am I wrong?
Well,
If you don't have the latest and greatest iMac, you can barely get like any fucking support. And
that's not true.
yeah, it is. Have you ever been to an Apple store?
Apple...
You're not a priority customer unless you have the brand new iPhone or the brand new MacBook.
I don't know. I've never worked for the Apple store.
I've been in an Apple store.
Yeah, I've been in our Apple store numerous times, obviously. But I've never worked for
Any
one.
fucking
So.
tech store that I have to make an appointment to go to is not worth going to.
I don't know.
You shit your pants. Thank you, mommy.
Are those the things that newspapers go in? Like, what are those things? The vending machines for the newspapers.
Mm-hmm.
Those blue things.
Oh, yeah, that's what that was.
Like, people even use that anymore.
They still have them, though.
Not around here, though.
Mm-hmm.
Where? Because my mother still wants to get a paper for Sundays, because that's one of the coupons.
Well, then why don't you just go to, like, a 7-Eleven or any grocery store? They sell post journals everywhere.
Actually, I'm not even supposed to share this, because it's kind of illegal. Actually, I'm not going to.
Okay.
But she has a way of getting the free paper.
Oh, that's not
Vending
illegal,
machine.
dude.
Well, at the time she worked there. Okay, I will share, because she doesn't work there anymore. But, yeah, there's these little lugs that, if you deliver papers and you fill the vending machines, you would have these lugs that you could stick into the machine, open it up, and then fill it with papers, take the other ones out, put the new ones in, so you'd have to put in a quarter or whatever it is every single time. So my mother kept those when she left. She still uses them on occasion to get a paper for the Sunday. I don't know if I was supposed to share that, so if I wasn't supposed to share that,
If
that's
they
fine.
cared, she would have been caught by now.
So that's how it worked, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Motivating force. Hello.
If you want something else to watch, please
Oh,
go to mixer.com/ladadida to watch me also play the game while we watch this. But make sure you mute my thing. Oh, hey, he said congratulations. Say thank you.
Oh, thank you. There. I don't know if you can see my thumbs. There you go.
TV right now.
Do you think we'll get to 10,000?
Possibly. I mean,
Do you think we'll make it
if
to
you make
100,000?
if you make some fucking videos, maybe.
Do you think we'll get to 100,000?
I think so.
I still think it's a little wishful thinking. What do you think? He says no. I say it's a little wishful thinking.
Nah, you got it. Okay, I don't want to play this game anymore. I'm gonna play some fucking Guitar Hero.
So now we get to see you imitate what it would look like if you tried playing guitar.
Dude, I'm actually pretty bad at this Guitar Hero.
Did they ever make a country version one?
No, but they have country songs.
Oh darn!
They have country songs in this one. Carrie Underwood.
Before he cheats.
Yeah, that's the song.
That's the That's probably the song that she's probably most known for is probably Before He Cheats.
And that's why it's on Guitar Hero. Dakota's going to take a break for a minute and come out to the kitchen. There should be a way we can put on a little...
Or we have to go into OBS.
No, there should be a way to pause it.
Oh, I don't know.
Like, there's a way to just put up a... I could play ad.
Says keep on streaming. See, he does this stuff during our day job, and he's still...
See, the one we use is different, though. We should still be streaming if I leave this. Oh, you can use Super Chat now.
I don't even know what it is.
Viewers can purchase highlighted chat messages to stand out during streams. Yeah, because you just hit 1,000, so you get this now. The super chat.
Oh, I don't even know what it is.
Let's play with it. You can earn money. Let's see what it is. Good thing they can't see all this. Super chat. Enable.
He's taking over my YouTube account here.
I am. I'm helping.
If we're still streaming, I think we might be.
We are. Oh. You gotta put in your info.
We'll bookmark it. I'll do it later.
Okay. How do I bookmark it?
Bookmarks. Bookmarks. Menu bar. Top of the screen.
This thing?
No! Top of the screen. We see the Apple logo?
Oh.
Yeah, go over to the bookmarks menu. Click. Add bookmark.
See, this is stupid. On fucking...
And then click add.
On fucking Google Chrome, I can just go up and press a star and it'll appear right here. Right there.
I think there's a button for it, but I don't have it turned on in the user interface.
Okay, well, they're just going to have to look at my couch. Break time.
Yeah, Storm tried cooking earlier.
Yeah, I almost set my oven on fire.
I'll be back.
So people showed up, though. Let's go out to
it's time to tie your shoe. We can make a song about that too. Ooh. Hello, people. I believe we are still streaming, right? So how do I go back to the other page? Since you took us in a detour. Oh, just go back to the live streaming tab. Oh, shit. Okay, there we go. Only thing is, it looks like... Oh, no. There's the chat.
Aww.
Okay, let me...
Sorry, guys. I can't broadcast Guitar Hero for some stupid fucking reason.
What?
I can't broadcast Guitar Hero.
Why?
Probably because of copyrighted music.
Oh, okay. Oh, for the thingy. Right? Oh. I don't know. But, if you had to kill off, I'm going to finish up on the here. If you had to kill off one current Apple product, which one would it be? Probably for me, the MacBook Pro. The 2016, 2017 MacBook Pro. It's not a MacBook Pro, it's just an overly sized MacBook. That's pretty much all it is. It's not really a pro machine anymore, so that would probably be the one product I would kill off. And replace it with like a more up-to-date version of the Retina MacBook Pro, because that is the true last MacBook Pro in my personal opinion. It was the 2015. So that would probably be the one product I would kill off. Do you agree that Apple should make thicker products with more power? Yes, and more ports. I think I've mentioned it maybe on this channel before, that I would much rather have a thicker computer with more power and ports versus a very thin one that has mediocre performance, or, you know, just not really, with not a lot of ports. But so yeah, I would love a thicker computer that had more ports and more power. What are your thoughts on Stranger Things? I like the majority. Think it's great. Stranger Things.
It's a Netflix show.
Oh, I don't have Netflix.
It's alright. I haven't really gotten into it as much as everybody else has. I mean, I think everybody's blowing the show out of proportion. Like, it's good, but it's not that good. And, I mean, I'll watch it. I still haven't watched the second season. I've seen, like, the first episode, but it's not a show like BoJack Horseman that I would just sit down in one day and watch everything.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't have Netflix at my house. I still have satellite. And we're in 2017 when people are continuing to cut the cord. Well, we tried for a few weeks, and we ultimately couldn't do it, so we went back to Sadie Light. So, but no, I've never even seen it. I don't even know what it is. So apparently it's some show on Netflix that I will probably never watch because I don't have Netflix, and I don't think I'll be getting one. Yeah, but I'm not paying for it.
Why? $10 a month.
What are your top shows and movies? If you're talking about current TV shows and movies, I don't really watch much TV anymore. Really, the only things I watch are like game shows. Like, Price is Right and Wheel of Fortune and things like that. So I don't really watch too much new television. And I don't really watch a lot of new movies either. Again, I'm not really into, blood, guts, and gore or romance movies or anything like that. So I don't really watch too many movies. Generally, my movies are mostly like Christmas movies or things that have a PG rating, generally. If that's a PG rating or if it's Christmas, I'll probably watch it. But in terms of like classic TV shows or like older TV shows, my all-time favorite is The Golden.
Alright, I'm fucking up. I gotta stop messing around now. Sorry. Oh, duh. That's why I'm fucking up.
Anyway, My all-time favorite TV show is The Golden Girls. Please don't judge me. But I love The Golden Girls. It's my all-time favorite TV show. I often say my mind is stuck in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And, well, I generally say like my mind's stuck in the 70s and 80s, but I was born in the 90s. Because I love classic TV. You know, a lot of the classic TV shows that a lot of today's generation haven't seen, you know, like the Mary Tyler Moore Show and, the Carol Burnett Show and things like that. So that's, so that's stuff a lot of people haven't seen, at least in my generation. But that's generally my television.
Wormimo, ha 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 ha.
Oh, I think he's talking about you jamming out on the guitar.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he lost his marbles there for a second. But the big question is, do you ever have a full bag of marbles?
What are marbles? Sorry, that was dumb. No, I don't. Not really.
See?
If you OD, you should... No.
What?
I shouldn't read this out loud.
Oh, let me read it. Hold on. We got very important business consumption to do with our day jobs.
Not really, it's just a comment. Everybody can go read it. I just don't want to read it on your stream because that's pretty bad. And a lot of people have been in trouble for saying stupid shit on stream, so I figured I should probably keep that quiet.
Well, you should reply back. Go on a big time rant.
I can't comment under my name.
You know, I can't do that oftentimes because, you know, especially on like, you know, on the web. Like, you know, if I check the comments on like a show or something, or like, you know, if Ryan or somebody tags us in something and they tag us in it, you know, I can't comment as me on the website. I can comment as our page, but on mobile it'll allow me to switch between my profile or something like that, but it doesn't give me that option on the web.
See, I'm the exact opposite.
So it works completely differently.
Yes.
It's done a 360 for you.
But on mobile, it'll
Oh, good lord.
between my profile or something like that. But it doesn't.
Sorry for
You're
the
hearing
echoes.
stereo.
Yeah,
Apparently
sorry.
he's got the stream up over here on his phone, but I think he just turned the sound off, so.
Yeah, I did. My apologies.
But, so you had it in stereo. Just in case once is not enough, you get it twice. But, that's, how about Cash Cab? Yeah, I like Cash Cab. I can't wait for the new version to come out. Apparently, I guess they're bringing it back, and I guess Ben Bailey is still going to be the host and driver, so can't wait to see that premiere. That's why I think you would like Stranger Things, because it has that old school vibe.
You honestly might. Although it's a little like it, like.
Is there any way I can get it without watching, you know, without getting a Netflix account? Well, I'm assuming I could probably find it.
Solar Movies.
I mean, I could probably find it. I mean, you know, you can find anything else. Do you have a nickname? What do you prefer to be called? People generally called me Coda.
The Big D.
No, I'm not the Big D. But generally, I'm Coda, Kota. Some people are Coda, where it's Koda. But no, I mean, I chose that nickname. That actually was a nickname that I kind of came up with. Well, what ended up happening was when my oldest nephew was first born. Well, obviously, you can't be second born, can you?
Well, firstborn means like you're born at first. It's
Anyway.
just a matter of speech.
So when my nephew was born, my oldest nephew, and he, you know, started learning how to talk and whatnot, he couldn't say Dakota, so he started calling me Koa. So I guess how you would spell that would be Kowa. Instead of adding the K, he added a W. So, and, you know, so I, you know, let him call me that, because obviously, you know, he's a little kid, he doesn't know how to say my name yet. And so I kind of took that and ran with it and just changed it from Koa to Kota to be a little bit more representative of my name and make it a little better. I always get nervous whenever I hear mad clicking like that, because this is literally how Storm bangs on the keyboard in the control room. And generally when he does that, that generally means something bad's going on. That's why I get nervous every time I hear that. But,
Oh, fuck, I'm so bad at this game. I'm good at the other one.
Anyway. But yeah, that's where, that's where that nickname kind of came from. Other than that, you know, I don't know. I don't think I really had one that somebody's gave me besides that one, but
I don't know what happened to the sound on my TV.
it doesn't like you. Do you have the game volume turned down?
I guess so. I just did a bad. Oop, really bad.
Don't you have a remote for that thing?
I do somewhere.
I mean, you know, we're in 2017. You would think by now they would still supply remotes with televisions, you little clickers. Fixing the sound of my radio. Ooh. I don't know. I think I just made up a song there. But if it was a real song, I would probably make it a country song. Because I like country music. What is your guilty pleasure? Eating cheesecake. I do too much of that. Why do you think I have a little bit more around here than I wish there would be? What is something you can change about yourself in the next year? I don't know. I still live with my parents. And I think that's a little embarrassing. So hopefully within the next year, I do want to move out and get my own place. I still think that's embarrassing. 23 and you still live with your parents. I think it's embarrassing. Rob is going to bed, so good night. Thank you. I'm saying congrats. So Rob is going to bed because he's got to get up in 6 hours.
Yes.
Been there, done that. What in the world? What is that?
It's Move Along by All American Rejects.
No, I mean, what's the video in the background?
That's the music video for the song.
Oh. Well, you see, I really don't like the All American Rejects, and so I've never really heard this song nor ever seen the music video for it.
I've never seen the music video either, but I know the song.
Then how can you match a music video to a song that you've never seen before?
I didn't. It's the video game, dude. It says the song name in the top left corner of the screen.
Yeah, but how do you know that the video that they're playing in the background is exactly the...
Because they're lipping the words, dude.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. It could have been one that they could have added for the game.
Because there's a Tenacious D song that I played in here, and it's the same music video, and they wouldn't just remake the music video where they could just take the one that's already made. They did, however, for the actual live performances, they did have a random-ass band with a random crowd.
So do you actually learn how to play guitar with this?
No. This is nothing like playing real guitar. I'm actually decent at, like, you see the other guitar over there that has all the colored buttons?
Sure.
Oh, it's over, look, next to the TV.
Oh, okay.
That one I'm really good at. This one I just got, or just borrowed from my sister. And as you can see, they changed the way you play it.
So then if... Well, they don't make a Guitar Hero Country Edition.
No.
So... You see, because I'd ace that. Wouldn't I? I would ace it, wouldn't I?
Depends.
Well, if you know the song, then you should be able to play along with it.
No. This game's hard, dude. This game's real fucking hard.
As in a scale of...
What is your best childhood memory?
I don't know. Do you have one?
A childhood memory.
Your best childhood memory.
Dude, my life got fucked up when I was like 7.
And you're telling everybody.
I don't care. I'm not gonna go into detail. Some shit happened. But fucking, I'm alive and I have my own apartment, so that's all that matters. Anyway, fucking, I don't remember what I was gonna say.
Well,
Childhood memory, that's what I was thinking of. I'm trying to think, man. It's hard to think and play this song at the same time.
you're just like so focused. Anyway, I'll let you think. But probably maybe, I don't know, my best personal childhood memory. Oh man. Well, one of my favorite childhood memories was when I got to meet, should I say his name?
James Reed!
Yeah.
He's a public figure.
Yeah, well, James there used to be a local cable station here that would broadcast the news at 7 p.m. and also I think at 10:30 or something like that. And it was only on cable in the county. I think it was county, or was it just city?
It was just Jamestown.
Okay.
No, it was the county.
Okay. So anybody in the county could pick up this. It was a local television
well, it was
operation.
through Time Warner Cable.
Yeah.
Cable 8. So if you subscribe to Time Warner Cable within our district, then... Which
Yeah,
our district was all of Chautauqua County. It didn't include Buffalo like it does now.
Yeah, so you would get that on the whole countywide system on cable. But yeah, he did the weather. And he's not an actual weatherman. I mean, he comes out and tells you that. He's just a guy who played weather on the TV. And you know, and I thought he was a you know, kind of a you know, a certified meteorologist. That's who I thought he was. And I would watch passionately the news at 7 o'clock every night. Generally, it was 7:30 for the replay, because 7 o'clock I would watch Wheel of Fortune. And I don't like Jeopardy. So so I didn't ever watch Jeopardy, so I'd flip on the news. And I would watch passionately until the weather segment came on. And after the weather segment, I would turn it off. But generally, I would always wait for that weather segment and see my favorite person, Mr. James Reed, doing the weather. And so the reason I tell you that was because Cable 8 would do this series, the best lighting for the holidays. Like, I think they did Halloween, and I think they did Christmas. You know, they basically go around, you know, the county or the city, and they try to see which house has the best decorations for the holidays. And my house won a couple different times, once for Halloween and once for Christmas. And James Reed came out and did I don't think it was live, I think it was pre-recorded, that they added it in. And James Reed came to our house, interviewed our front porch where we had everything set out. And I also got to meet James Reed. And he actually, and I credit James for being sort of the little inspiration into my kind of weather career, should I say. James kind of inspired me about weather, and I mentioned earlier about some of the other, you know, events that got me into weather, but watching James Reed passionately on Cable 8 News kind of got me into it. And so, I don't know, maybe I guess meeting him when I was a little kid probably was my best childhood memory. Mr. Paul Stanley.
This game is so hard, dude. Like, I'm doing so flippin' bad right now.
Anyway, if you could travel anywhere, where would you go and why? Probably for me, Italy, because I'm Italian and I would like to go to Italy. I think my family actually came from Sicily, I think. Some little village in Sicily, I believe. And but I would like to go to Italy because I'm Italian, so it'd be nice to go there. Maybe someday I'll make it. Someday, although I probably won't make it because I have a terrible fear, because I have a fear of flying. I
do too, honestly. I'm terrified of flying, but I'll do it.
Well, I've always said that for me, I'd probably be on that one flight that gets hijacked or it goes missing off the radar, and or we fly into a mountain or something along those lines. That's going to be the flight I'm going to be on.
Can I roast your dad for a second?
For what?
That's nothing that bad.
What did I say?
Well, you said that you're scared of flying, okay?
Yeah.
But statistically, you are more likely to die in the car ride to the airport than you are in the plane.
Yeah.
To your destination.
Yeah, but...
And that being said, you have even a better chance of surviving on your plane because, I'm sorry, your dad scares me when he drives.
Hope he isn't watching.
Don't tell him I said that.
I don't think he's watching this. I think he maybe went to bed by now, but... Don't like my dad's driving?
He scares me a little bit.
Don't have my mother drive you.
Oh, I don't want to from the way you talk.
Or my brother. Sorry. But I don't think they're watching any of this. What is your strongest personal quality? I don't know.
He's very versatile in anything, but it's also a weakness because he doesn't think he's good at anything.
What he said. What are you most afraid of? Lightning. I know it's kind of bizarre, and I told you that I got into weather because, well, what started part of something that got me into weather was because I had what was it? Cloud to cloud? No, cloud to ground lightning strike. And but I'm personally afraid of lightning because we have no idea where that next lightning strike is going to come from. We don't know if it's going to be 20 miles away or if it's going to be right in your own backyard. We don't know where that next one's going to occur. We just don't know. And so lightning probably scares me the most. Now, I've personally never gone through a tornado. I've came close. We've had a couple tornadoes kind of come scooting up this way, but fortunately, they've all passed. Well, I don't want to say fortunately because that sounds bad, but you know what I mean. That they passed, away from here just a tiny bit. But, I don't think tornadoes would probably scare me. I don't even think hurricanes would probably scare me. Or tropical storms, because these are events that are forecast. We know they're coming. We can tell you when it's going to arrive, when it's going to leave, and things like that. But with a cloud to ground lightning strike, you don't know where that next strike is going to be. And
but you're more likely to survive a cloud to ground lightning strike than you are a fucking tornado going through your house.
Well, if you're
sitting on your couch during a lightning
that
storm
is
and
why
lightning hits your house and it doesn't catch on fire, you're going to be fine. But if you're sitting on your couch and a tornado rips through your living room,
that is why we have tornado warnings, and you must respect them when they're issued. My favorite meteorologist, at least broadcast meteorologist, is James Spann. If you don't know who he is, look him up. He is a fantastic broadcast meteorologist. I think he's based out of Birmingham, Alabama, and he's a fantastic meteorologist. And the one thing the one thing that he tells you is, but that kind of reminded me of James Spann.
I'm terrified of tornadoes. I mean, my girlfriend can attest to this. There was one time we were in a car, and I swear to God, I thought I saw clouds start spinning because the weather was getting real bad, and I swear to God, I saw clouds start spinning, and I was like freaking the fuck out in the car. I was like flooring it down the highway trying to get home.
Where was this?
It wasn't actually a tornado, but it was I was in Steenberg getting cigarettes.
Okay.
It was a while ago, sometime during the summer.
You see, you should have called that into the weather service.
I was driving my car while it was pouring rain, and my wiper blades sucked dick.
And you didn't have your fancy pantsy phone at the time? You could just say, like, hey, make a phone call.
I couldn't. I was freaking out. And Sean was trying to calm me down. And I kept staring at the fucking clouds. It's just ironic that I'm moving to Dallas and I'm scared of tornadoes, but
I just told him this. I think it was yesterday about this.
Yeah.
That he hates the cold and the snow. Well, you don't really hate the snow, right? Because you used to, what was it, snowboard?
Yeah, I used to snowboard and ski. I like the snow. Just when I can't snowboard and ski, I fucking hate it because I hate driving in it because I am terrified of wrecking. I am terrified of getting in car accidents too, and I really just don't like driving in it. I love just see, I don't like when anybody drives in it though. I would rather walk everywhere if it wasn't so damn cold. because I know if I walk there, I'm not gonna die. Like,
Well, not necessarily. You could still find an icy patch and slip.
right, but I'm not gonna die if I slip on the sidewalk. If I slip in the road,
If you fall the other direction, you might. But it's funnier the other way. I also have a fear of lightning, to be honest. I don't know why. I think a lot of it's just the unknown. I think that probably has a lot to do with it. Because you just don't... And then plus, I think it is a little frightening anyway. You know, lightning and thunder and that kind of stuff. It is frightening because it's a big flash and you're not really expecting it and all that stuff. I think that might have something to do with it as well. But I think it also becomes sort of like a, you know, we don't know where that next strike is going to be sort of thing. And, you know, it gets you, you know, frightened a little bit. I've gone through a tornado once. It was during the 2003 tornado outbreak. This particular one hit the town of Amelia Courthouse, Virginia. I mean, I've personally never gone through one, but I'm fortunate that I never have had to go through one. Yeah, I mean, I haven't gone through like one personally, but quite frankly, I don't really think I want to either. Oddly enough, during the 2 years I've lived in Kansas,
we're not in Kansas anymore.
You know,
I was in The Wizard of Oz. Don't take offense.
Oh no, wait, that's not the same song I'm thinking of. I thought Jody Messina had a song called "We're Not in Kansas Anymore."
I don't even know who the fuck that is.
Something along those lines. Any country music fans out there, you can correct that, because I think it might be, because I think it's on an order of that particular title. Yeah, but oddly enough, during the last few years I lived in Kansas, I never once saw a tornado. Yeah, I mean, you know, I don't think you really, I don't know. I mean, I think it depends on being in the right place at the right time. And, I mean, I find that, I think it's a lot more easier to spot tornadoes like out in the Midwest because, you know, you guys are flat, so to speak. You know, there's no grid work on the roads and it all goes in a straight line. And, you know, and kind of things like that. Like, you know, there's no grid work done. And so, you know, so you can see, you know, like the open area more, and you could see tornadoes more. The problem, like down in the deep south, like Alabama, Georgia, Mississippi, is the fact that they have so many trees and hills that, you know, that the tornado becomes blocked. And they also get a special kind of tornado called HP, thunderstorms. And those produce rain-wrapped tornadoes, where the tornado's wrapped in rain and you can't see anything. What concerts have you gone to? Mostly all my concerts have been country music concerts. But I've gone to several tribute bands of certain artists. I mean, I would still love to see certain, like, people, like, live, but I never will, so the copies of the real thing will just have to do. Like, you know, I mean, there's, like, so many people I would like to see but won't, so the copies will just have to do for you.
Tickets to concerts aren't that expensive.
Well, no, it's not that. It's the fact that either that they retired, they died, or they split up.
Oh.
See what I mean? So,
Leonard Skinner.
So, but yeah, I've been to, let's see, I seen Jody Messina. I seen her down in Warren. I've seen several different Shania Twain impersonators. Yeah, I had a huge thing with Shania Twain, okay? Give me a break. Let's see. I think I seen Neil McCoy in Warren, too. I think I might have. I seen Neil McCoy, I think. I've seen Aaron Tippin. He's another country music artist. I've seen him. I've seen the band Perry. They're another country music artist. Well, they're not really country, because I guess that they say that they don't really have a genre now, since they've kind of crossed over into pop now. I don't know, pop, country pop, whatever you want to call it. That's who the band Perry is. And so that's, you know, so yeah. Can't hate on other people's music taste. No, I mean, not really. I mean, I don't like rap music. But
I can. Fuck country music. I was tortured with country music as a child. So, I do apologize, but I fucking hate country music.
I mean, I don't really like rap music, though. But, I mean, I'm probably 90s rap. I mean, I think 90s rap might have been...
The hippie to the hippie to hip hip,
Yeah.
a hoppy, you don't stop the hoppy to the bang bang boogie, set up to the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat. Skittle beep bop, reap rock, Scooby Doo. Guess what? America, we love you. And I don't know the words after that, but
What?
you've never heard that song?
I don't even know what you were doing.
It's a song. He wants to know what your favorite Golden Girls episode is.
Oh, God.
I can't pick one.
You know, it makes you wonder why we're best friends. He hates country music, and he doesn't like the Golden Girls.
Because I've known you since I was in like 5th grade, dude.
Yeah, and it still makes you wonder how we're still best friends.
Guess I decided not to hate you.
See?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well,
Harry Potter was okay at the beginning. I'm sorry, I'm answering because I know you've seen like none of these.
if it's anything about Harry Potter, I have no idea.
Harry Potter was kind of cool at the beginning, but then it got overplayed. I think the series was too long for my attention span. Lord of the Rings movies by themselves are too long for me to stay attention to, and I don't really like that genre of like movie, RPG, or anything. Like I don't like Skyrim, that kind of stuff. The medieval times stuff I'm not a fan of. I like the like place medieval times because they got some good ass food, but other than that, no. So it'd have to be Star Wars, but I'm not the hugest fan of Star Wars either. I think it's cool, but I'm not like into it.
And me being a tech geek and kind of a weather person, I should have seen Star Wars, and I never have. I've never seen any of them. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's just not my kind of music. I don't know if it's just that not not my kind of movie taste or something along those lines. But no, can't give you a good answer on those because I've never seen them. I don't think. What old school cartoons and animated movies do you like? Well, I'm a '90s baby, so give me '90s Nickelodeon.
I think that'd be about my favorite genre too. Invader Zim was a big show for me that I liked. I like a lot of the Cartoon Network shows. Like I loved Chowder as a kid. Chowder was my jam. That was funny. That kind of stuff.
Yeah. I think only on
Marijuana needs to be legalized everywhere. That is my stance on it. Medical, recreational.
I agree
fuck
with
it.
that.
Fuck it, why not? I mean, I can kill myself on some cigarettes, but I can't roll a joint. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. I mean,
I also think the legal drinking age should be 18 because I don't believe I should be able to go get my fucking leg blown off in goddamn Korea and come back and not be able to have a fucking drink. Sorry, I went on a tyrant.
you never. Anyway, but yeah, no, I'm in full support of it. I mean, it's a plant. That's all it is. I mean, especially around here. I mean, I don't think I've ever said, goodness gracious, I feel safer now since weed dealers are off the street. I can sleep tonight. When I know that nobody has ever died from weed. Has anybody? So, I don't think anybody's ever died off of weed. None that I know of, and none that you know of, I don't think.
None have died reportedly ever. The only time people die on weed is when they get it laced with shit.
Okay. But, anyway, with that, I don't think I've ever said that I feel safer since weed dealers are off the street. And I've said, I can sleep better tonight knowing that we've got heroin dealers out here continuing to murder our youth. I don't think I've ever said that. So, no, I mean, weed's not bad. So, I mean, it's not as bad as everybody makes it out to be. This is just my humble opinion, but you know, I think, you know, growing up, you know, your parents and school people tell you it's all bad and all that stuff, and it's really not.
So when the sun doth shine and the moon doth grow and the grass doth grow.
So then you want to live where the green grass grows, watch my corn pop up in rows.
Whip crack with his whipping tail. And the beast was done. And he asked us, "Be you angels?" And we said, "Nay, we are but men. Rock!" Whoa, whoa, hi-oh. This is not the greatest song in the world, no. This is just a tribute. Couldn't remember the greatest song in the world, no.
Who is the
No, this is a tribute. Oh,
Never mind.
To the greatest song
Who is-
in the world, alright. To the greatest song in the world, alright. Sorry, I'm done now. Wait. Bing.
Anyway,
Huh?
who is the best teacher you've ever had? It doesn't have to be a real teacher. It can be anyone. Oh, best teacher. I've had quite a few good teachers. I don't know if I can name like a good one, like, you know, the best one, but I've had quite a few. I think my second grade teacher probably was probably one of them. I don't know. I had a few teachers at the high school too. So, but to name like the best teacher, I don't know. I've had quite a few good ones. Someone wants to know if you're on LSD.
Not quite, bro. You gotta jam out when you play Tenacious D, my man.
If money wasn't a factor, how would you spend the rest of your life?
Oh! Oh, wait, there's more.
Anyway, if money wasn't a factor, how would you spend the rest of your life? I don't know. I kind of like country living, and it's not because I like country music or vice versa. I kind of like living out in the country. I like having lots of property and kind of having, a big spot to myself, where you don't have neighbors for like 2 miles, something like that. So, I don't know. Maybe on a country road in a nice log house, maybe. And maybe traveling too, if I can ever get over my fear of flying. But,
Wait a minute.
what?
How are you getting home if your dad went to bed?
My mom's staying out,
Okay.
hopefully.
Okay, I don't want to keep her up too late. Like, we got an active stream, so I'm fine with keeping going.
Mhm.
But I also don't want to, make your mom stay up all night. So it's your choice. I'm being wary at times.
She normally does anyway, but...
Ask them if they're still having fun.
I live in the country and pay to get Google Fiber right to my house. Yeah, I mean,
How much money do you make?
Well, I think he was referring to an earlier question that if money wasn't a factor, how would you spend the rest of your life? I mean, if money obviously wasn't a factor, then yeah, you'd get that Google Fiber to your house. Now we'd have the best internet out of anybody on the block. Be like the only one on the block, but you get what I mean.
She likes to do it in the dark, Dakota.
Well, that's what goes on in the privacy of the bedroom.
Holy fuck, that's loud. I would travel everywhere. I would see everything in the world if I had an unlimited amount of money.
You see, that's the reason why it should be legal to, make printing presses for the average public. Then obviously the more money you have, the less less value it has.
Yes.
So then, why don't we just turn down the printing presses and stop making as much money?
Wait for the
Then wouldn't the value of the money go back up?
Yeah.
So there you go. There you go, Washington. Turn off your printing presses for a little bit. Stop making money, and then that way the value will go up.
I don't think we can stop making money, though.
Well,
I don't know how that works, so...
Write a note to your congressman. Favorite animal? I don't know. I had a cat growing up. I don't know if I had a favorite. I don't know. I mean, I guess from what my parents have told me that I had sort of like a fascination with monkeys as a toddler. So I don't know.
I had an iguana at one point, and I gave it to my mom, and she killed it. They're really hard to take care of.
Oh.
And like mine wouldn't get any bigger because I couldn't afford it in a bigger cage.
Well.
But those fuckers get huge.
I assume. I've never had an iguana either.
Dude, my friend has an iguana. It like is like the size of his arm, and like he carries it places. Like he carries it on his back, and he'll like get in his car and drive with the fucking thing like sitting on his head like this. And like he went to the gas station one time, gets out, has the iguana on his fucking head, pumps his gas, walks inside, pays for it with an iguana on his head, gets back in his car, goes through the drive-thru with an iguana on his head, and drives home with an iguana on his head. And that's when I showed up at his house, and I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. True story. Yes, Rip Iguana. His name was Billah. You gotta pronounce it like that, too. It's like Billah. Billah.
This segment of Iguanas with Wormimo is brought to you by National Grid Power Company.
You wish. I'm always getting phone calls from telemarketers being like, hi, I'd like to speak to the person in charge of your National Grid electric bill. I'm like, bitch, I don't have a National Grid.
Yeah.
I literally, I used to be, I don't have National Grid. And they'd be like, oh, you don't? It says here that you do. And I'm like, no, I don't. I got the BPU. Goodbye. But now it's like, I pick it up, and as soon as they say that, because they say the same thing every time, I pick up the phone, and I was just like, I picked up the phone and she said that, and I was literally just like fucking what did I say? God damn it. Sorry, I got distracted. Fuck, I can't think right now. I'm sorry. I'll pick this back up as soon as I remember, which will be just like a minute. Oh yeah, I picked it up and I was like, I don't have National Grid. Goodbye. Don't call me. And then I hung up.
I think you should have just stuck like a canned response in there.
What?
A canned response.
What's a canned?
You should know this. Canned responses. Canned laughter.
I don't know what that is.
Pre-recorded laughter.
Oh.
That they edit in to make horrible jokes sound funny. Like they do on TV shows.
Yeah, I know. I know what that is. What is the guy saying? You've got like 3 messages. Are you fucking imbecile?
Thoughts on iPhone 10? I think it's overpriced. But to be fair to Apple, all of their products are overpriced.
Yeah, we did talk about this.
That's
already.
why I glanced right over to him over here.
I don't want to get on another tangent. The bottom line is Apple's fucking greedy and they're way behind on their game. That's all. But they have decent phones. I will say that. Their phones are alright. I could use them, but I get very frustrated with how limited they are. That's all I'm going to say.
That's why you jailbreak.
It's too much work, dude.
Well,
it used to be you used to turn on a program, okay, with the iPods. You would literally just download a program, plug it into your computer, and press start. And that's all you had to do. Now you got to actually like fucking like hack into the thing because fucking terrorists are using iPhones to blow shit up and whatnot. So they got to lock everything down.
But that apparently didn't stop Samsung from putting exploding batteries in their Note 7.
That was not their fault. That was the Asians that built the phone's fault. It was a
Anyway.
bad sell. That was a freak accident, and everybody fucking
Yeah,
knows it, right?
yeah,
It was a total
yeah.
fucking accident. And they did what they could to resolve the situation. And they were very good at it as well. Working at a Verizon store when all that shit went down, they handled it as best as fucking possible. You know how easy it was for people to return their phones? They literally just came into the store, and then we would just issue them a refund, and they get a brand new fucking phone, whatever phone they wanted. Or if they stuck with Samsung, you got like a $75 credit onto your bill. Samsung is a wonderful company.
I think they're pitiful.
I think they are a well-rounded company, and you need to understand that they're also making washers, dryers, refrigerators, dishwashers, fucking... This company does it all. TVs, smartphones, fucking computers, dude. Tablets, screens, making Apple screens. Like, Apple, what do? They make overly priced, behind-the-game, fucking... computers and behind the game fucking phones. That's all they do. They don't make screens for anybody. They have a TV service that I hear is pretty good, but I don't even like their dongle or like their fucking mice or anything. That was bullshit. That was totally my hit. I went on a bit of a rant.
But my thoughts on it, no. I mean, I do think it's overpriced. I mean, I think Samsung even has a phone that starts at almost $1,000. Whatever their newest, I think, Note phone is or whatever.
Yeah, but it's worth it.
You see, that's what I don't understand, though. You see, there's always going to be that, defense that comes out on the other side.
Dude, I can write something on a screen and have it instantly appear to whoever I'm texting. That's fucking cool. Alright? Facial recognition, it has it too. Fucking Motorola had it when I was in 10th grade. My friend showed me that he had facial recognition.
Well,
on his Motorola Razr.
Well, I don't think Apple claimed to be the first when they came out with Face ID with iPhone 10. I don't think that they did.
It doesn't matter. They fucking act like it, and all their fucking fanboys act like it. And everybody who buys an iPhone is usually some fucking faggot teenager who has their parents' money to rely on. It's not so much the phone as it is the demographic of people who use the phone. Does that make more sense?
You have offended half of our audience.
I'm so sorry, but I'm being truthful. Like, it's mainly the people that use it. It's a toxic community. Socially, they are.
So how about me?
You don't have an iPhone, do you?
No.
You have an Android because you are a practical person. You understand. I have an Android because I am a practical person and I understand. But iPhones are for old people, and iPhones are for fucking preppy hipster people and people actually like the people that are actually interested in Apple get a pass, but not the fucking assholes that sit there at fucking like 12 a.m. like, I need the newest Apple product.
Okay, I will say that that's a bit overkill. I mean, I don't understand the full waiting out. I don't know.
People that buy like 20 fucking iPhones right when they come out for no fucking reason. Those people piss me off.
I never understood that, but I guess it also has something to do with brand loyalty too. That the true Apple fan base will go to no lengths to, stand out front and wait for those doors to open so they can buy the latest tech gadget. Favorite Mac OS? You don't have one.
I haven't used MacBooks long enough. Honestly, I've used them very, very minusculely. Like, I used them in school. And other than that, I owned one of like these kind of MacBooks, and then it broke. Like, the charge port broke. And well, the charge port didn't break.
Well, the MagSafe boards are a separate part from the Logic board.
No, my brother told, when I explained everything to my brother, he told me it was the circuit board was fried somehow.
Okay.
And I don't know how. It just happened. Like, I never opened the computer. Nobody opened it. It just died. The whole circuit board.
Maybe it just didn't like you. Do you know what year it was? Like
2008?
Was it a 2008 MacBook?
It was like that. But it didn't have a disc tray.
Well, all the MacBooks had a disc tray until you got up to the Retina models.
Although maybe I'm dumb and I didn't see it, but it looked like that one.
Did it have the rounded corners or was it more squared?
It was more squared.
Yeah, so that would be the pre-unibody MacBook. So it would either be a 6, 7, 8, or early 2009. Because the unibody MacBooks came out in late 2009. You see, Apple used to update their Macs twice a year. Now you're lucky to get it once a year. Good old Apple.
You shouldn't have to update it. You should just be able to release parts to upgrade your machine. You have to buy
hold on.
You should not have to buy a whole another $5,000 machine every 6 months.
Stop. PCs are going that way too.
No, they're not. There's still plenty of sites where you can build your own computer for super.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about those off-the-shelf PCs that you go to Wally World and spend $1.99
Who are those for? Old people. Who is Apple for? Old people. It's simple. Simple.
Well, it's designed to be simple. iOS is all in macOS.
Which means it's for old people.
No, it's for people who don't want to deal with tech issues because, especially if you work in tech, you know, you spend a whole day dealing with technical gafuncles that are not yours. That's not really your problem, but you're the guy who fixes it.
Working in a phone store, you know who came in most often for problems with their phone? Apple users. Android users usually figure their own shit out. But Apple users, I swear to God, everybody who owns a fucking Apple device, their mind like shuts the fuck down like they don't know how to operate a goddamn phone. Like, this is Tyrants coming as a clerk at a phone store. It was really bad. Why do you look at me all silently when I say violent stuff? Like, that job sucked.
Well, I worked in retail, so.
Okay, you worked in retail for how long? I was there a year, dude. A year of hell.
Well, I quit working in retail because I couldn't do it.
You could do it if you tried.
No, I hated that job. It sucked.
Everybody hates their fucking job. You could do it if you tried. I'm telling you right now.
Well, I can't stand on my feet for 8, 9, 10 hours a day.
Well, you're going to have to learn, Dakota.
I like to sit.
That sucks. That really sucks, Dakota. If you want to live, you need to suck it up, Buttercup, because you're a man and you have to get a job because women don't get jobs for you.
I don't know what that has to do with anything. I just said I like to sit.
And you won't have a job where you can sit.
Contraire. There are plenty of jobs where you can sit.
No, there's not. None that you're qualified for. No, not in the fact that you're not smart enough to do it, in the fact that you don't have a degree to do it.
Well, degrees mean nothing nowadays, so who cares?
They actually do when you work in a small town that relies on degrees because they don't know what the fucking internet is.
Where would that be?
Jamestown. You live in Jamestown. Where the hell are you going to get a job without a degree? Nobody will hire you unless
you're going to get a job anywhere.
Certification.
That's what I'd like to know. Where are you going to get a job anywhere here? That's what I'd like to know.
I got a job at the Resource Center. Go wipe ass. That's what I do.
And you're telling that to everybody over the internet.
Yeah, I work for I work for a company. I can't go into details because of HIPAA laws and shit. I say wipe ass for a living. I do like the people I take care of, but you get my point.
But yeah, favorite Mac OS. How many tangents have we gone on here?
Multiple. That's why it's a live stream. It's fun.
Favorite Mac OS, probably mine would have been Tiger. I think Apple really was getting great momentum with Mac OS when they released Panther. But obviously when they released Tiger, they improved it, and they also added Spotlight search directly into the system. And of course we had Dashboard, which was this whole new way of viewing widgets on your screen for quick access, which was really cool back in the day. But and I thought Tiger was very fast. It was very responsive. It didn't need a whole lot of memory, so it ran great on machines that didn't have a lot of RAM, because it wasn't a RAM hog. So I mean, if Tiger was still usable, I'd probably still use it today. If it was still usable and we could still run, modern web browsers on it.
Did you do an is it still useful on it?
I don't think I have.
You should.
Well,
There's your next video.
I'll think about it.
Sneak peek, guys. This next video is going to be an is it still useful on OS Tiger. Now you have to do it because I said it on your live stream with people watching. Ha!
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to commit to it because I didn't say it.
He's going to do it. I'll be on his ass, you believe me. He'll get it done eventually.
You see,
He
that's
always does.
eventually like the Amanda Show. But yeah, it might come eventually. I think it might be on the list anyway.
What the
I'm not
fuck,
sure.
dude? Why didn't you go for the fucking ball, you dumbass?
Okay. Thoughts on Alienware?
I love Alienware.
Oh, God.
I was very mad they were bought out by Dell. They're not as good now that they're owned by Dell, but they're still very good.
I agree with that they're not as good as they once were. To me, I think Alienwares are just for, if I'm going to, he threw an attack ad at Apple, I'm going to do the same thing to him. Alienwares are mostly for hip teenagers who want to look preppy.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all.
Oh, you don't?
No, I 100% agree. Although I would still buy an Alienware just because I would know that my computer's going to work for what I want it to do.
Well, that's true. Because it's a gaming computer, obviously, with, pro components in it and stuff. But to me...
But no, Razer is definitely that snobby teenager that wants his mommy to buy him something.
And it makes you wonder why I want a Razer Blade, don't it?
Razer Blades are so nice.
Well, you just said the company is for kids who have their mommies give them, everything that they want.
Correct, but
so
you
it
still
made
have,
it. So it made it.
People,
No, listen, but it made it.
No. But I was fair with Apple. I said there are genuine fans of Apple who buy the product because they like it, and that would be me. I genuinely like Razer. I own a Nostromo keypad. It's like a one-hand keypad for gaming. It basically takes like where you place your hand on the QWASD?
Yeah.
Or what? I don't know why I said Q.
Yeah.
The WASD. The WASD keys.
Okay.
It's basically like that group of keys into a keypad. Then it has like arrow keys or a thumbstick.
Anyway, but yeah, I've always thought that Alienware was kind of that brand for smug teenagers. I heard somebody once say they're not for real gamers. That's what I thought I heard somebody say.
Well, that's because the PC mass race is holier than thou fucking fed up people. If you don't build your own computer, you're a fucking idiot. If you don't have water cooling, you're a broke ass bitch. Like, their community is very vicious. At least in the gaming community, you're just gonna get called a fucking faggot half the time by like 12-year-olds.
What was it like being an auctioneer? I don't know.
He was the auctioneer at my school had a bake sale, and I had him come and do the auctioneering against my class's wishes. They didn't want to do it because they thought it was going to be stupid, and then everybody fucking loved it because I'm smart and they're dumb.
I don't know. I didn't mind it. It was a hobby. Which I always had weather as a hobby, and now look at what I do.
Dude, go to the Chase auction. You could be an auctioneer at the Chase auction.
The Chase auction?
Yeah, I don't know where it's located, but like it's close by. I used to go to it all the time. Well, just Google Chase auction. I'll Google it on my phone so you don't like blow up your computer.
Well, it's worked this far.
I think it's in Sinclairville.
Oh, okay. I don't even know if I could do it anymore.
They have a kid that does it, so at least they did when I was there, so I don't know why you couldn't do it.
No, I mean, it's not like I don't know if I can do it anymore, like as in physically do it anymore.
Do it right now. Sell me my keys.
We're not going to do it.
Sell me my keys.
No,
live stream, live it.
No.
Tell them you want to do it. Motivating force. You've been actually like paying attention. Tell them you want to do it.
No.
Auction the keys.
No.
Auction the keys. You did it at your lunch table at school. You can do it on a live stream on YouTube with 3 people.
Giving away our secrets here.
They can see it.
Oh,
It says it under the YouTube.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, I'm not
Oh,
gonna...
it's in Russell. Or Lander.
Oh, well, I'm not going to do that.
Why?
Here. I don't even know if I could do it anymore, quite frankly.
I'm telling you to try. Although I do think we should probably go soon because I need to go to bed.
But so do I. See, you don't have to work in the morning. See, you don't have to work in the morning.
No, but I have to work tomorrow night, and I need sleeps. And you need sleeps because you do work in the morning.
That's what I was saying. So you don't have to get up in the morning to go to work. I do. Even though I run on like 4 or 5 hours of sleep anyway. Come on, man, do it. Must be asking for the keys on the auction. What's that?
Why won't you get Pokemon? It's because...
Fucking Pikachu! He says to do it.
Yeah, that's
Fucking
what I just
Pikachu
said.
speaks English in the new Pokemon movie.
And I've never even seen the other ones. I was never a big fan of Pokemon.
Shit.
Thank you. Anyway, what do you think?
Think about what?
Do you think we should
Yeah, I think we're about done.
let the computer cool off
Yeah, I think
so
we're
it doesn't
done.
explode?
I think it was a good stream. You had a lot of
Yeah.
audience participation.
I mean, we had some great comments asked and some good comments and some good questions.
Yeah, it was
So.
2.5 hour stream. That's way more than a lot of people.
Motivating Force says it was nice meeting you.
Huh?
Motivating Force says
Oh, it was nice to meeting you as well.
meeting.
Thanks for subscribing to my channel.
Why did he?
I don't know. I can
Well,
say.
I see that YouTube now gives you notifications in the Google Plus bell now when somebody subscribes to your channel, which I think is a little bizarre, but that's Google for you. But yeah, what do you think? Think we should turn her off?
Yeah.
Because I have to go to bed in a little bit. I have to get home and go to bed because I gotta get up.
He did subscribe. I have 102 subscribers. I had 101 yesterday. Go
So,
me.
whoever it was, if it was you, congratulations. But yeah, I think we're gonna, so we can obviously shut it off from
Yeah, you just
OBS,
said stop
right?
streaming. All right, goodbye.
All right, so we're going to end it here. I will try to get more tech videos out hopefully this weekend, depending on if the weather cooperates. And if I'm needed at work, because I'm on call 24/7.
Yeah, that sucked when I was. I'm not.
Because you know how weather people are. Anyway. Come closer. You're like half in the shot. There you go.
I've been half in the shot the whole show.
Yeah. Well, we're closing out, so
Okay, goodbye.
you can see him. I will see you with the next tech video. Thank you for watching.